Hello everyone and welcome to the Broken Jima Island. It's me, I'm Pixel, and this one up here with me is...
Wolfie! Very excited.
very excited. And now very excited for chapter 3.
Yes.
Which is totally not our favorite chapter, and totally not our favorite game, this one. No. Also, one thing I noticed, I wanted to tell you earlier, but I forgot, is that every time there's a raid, and I say that every morning I play Umineko, I get at least 2 followers.
Really?
Yes.
I thought Umineko is really good. So those who already know
There's
Umineko
people that say,
like,
oh my god, peak follow. Something like that. It's not the first time I tried. I said, wait, let's see what happens if I say that. It happened. It's real. It actually happened.
Nice. I'm very happy about that. Because I feel like the community is kind of the kind of community that is asleep most of the time.
Yeah,
and as soon as you say, "Oh yeah, I like Umineko," what? What?
It's like a sleeper agent. You know,
exactly.
you get a trigger word and then you're 100%.
Exactly. I feel like the community is like that.
Yeah. I see.
So it's interesting.
By the way,
last time,
before we start, I wanted to say something. A couple of days ago, I sent off like 3 minutes long audio about Umineko. And basically explaining my theory about the epitaph. There's sometimes I have no idea what it is, but I was thinking that everything works with a fate rule. Let's call it like that. There's probably a word for that, but I don't know. Probably not the correct word, but something similar. Basically, Beatrice's magic and even many other things works like if you believe in that, it's gonna happen, or like it's more probable that it's gonna happen. Like think, for example, the beginning of chapter 2 when Beatrice and all the adults, apart Rosa because nobody likes Rosa, were at the table. And every one of them says, "Oh yeah, I believe that. Oh yeah, no, I accept that." The scene was probably Beatrice trying to make them accept that she is the actual Beatrice, the witch, and all of that. So basically, the rule of magic is to make it work. You have to believe in it, and the more people believe in it, the more the stronger the magic is, or something like that. If you think about it happened at the beginning of chapter 3 when the Beatrice teacher, when the teachers told that's confusing, but told Beatrice, told the princess, "Oh, you have to believe. Do you believe in my magic and all of that?" And yeah, I believe in that. And then the magic actually happened.
I want you to imagine now me listening to your audio. I mean, like,
Okay, I know you cannot say anything. But I just wanted to pinpoint that. And also another thing that I wanted to say, when at the point in chapter 2 when Shannon says to Canon, "Oh, without blank, it cannot be seen." So it's probably maybe not the right word, probably a synonym or something close to that. Without faith, in quotes, it cannot be seen. So basically, to see it, you have to believe in it. And also, I was thinking, since to get to the Golden Land, you need the key, at least that's what the epitaph says.
Yes.
you probably have to believe that the key exists to make it appear, or else it actually won't be there, or probably something like that, something convoluted like that, definitely. I have no idea of what it is, the cost of the two talks about, or something. At the beginning it says, go to the cost the two talk about, tell you about, or something like that.
The two will tell you about.
Something like that. Basically, two-person will tell you about a certain coast. The only one that makes that I can think about, the only two I can think about are Shannon and Canon, because they were at the coast, at the beach. So the coast, the beach, and that, and they were doing all that thing, all the discussion that I was talking about right now, because that moment was at the beach. So I don't really know. That's the only thing that comes to my mind right now. It could be anything else, but that's the only thing that I can remember that actually happened on something similar to a cost. So yeah, that's all, I think. That's all my reasoning until now.
Nice. I like your line of reasoning.
Wanted to say something else before starting?
Quick recap.
Okay, yeah.
I actually forgot where we stopped.
Very simple to check.
Yeah. Ping pong.
Beam bomb, beam bomb.
Oh yeah, so everyone just got there,
Yeah.
6年前のことか。
and there was a big. Oh, okay. So there was a nice long scene where Beatrice was actually a little girl who broke a vase, and who has a teacher who actually uses magic and is called Beatrice.
And it's also called Beatrice, and that's not confusing at all.
That's not confusing.
So,
What do you mean? Umineko is such a streamlined game.
yeah,
Such a
very
simple
simple, very simple. Not at all convoluted. No. No, not convoluted at all. There's just two people that are called the same, and they are both witch and no,
But
very
not very
simple,
different.
very simple to talk about. Also, yeah.
And the teacher helps Beatrice by repairing a vase temporarily. But in doing that, convinces the princess Beatrice to actually learn magic. And in all of that, there is our Beatrice, our usual Beatrice, who is reminiscing about all of this and eager to start the third game. Kind of wakes Butler up because he gets eaten up by the 7 Sisters of Purgatory all the time, apparently. And he likes that, maybe. I don't know. And they begin. Finally, in the beginning, we get a long narration, which becomes a flashback of Eva being mistreated by Kraus and Kinzo a whole lot.
Ah, yeah, there was
And
all
we
of
see
that.
her talking to her younger self.
Yeah, and
In all of this, in all of-
and
yeah.
also there was the thing, the belief thing, the belief system. Let's call it like
Yes.
that. Like you have
Same
to believe
belief.
you have to believe in me to make our magic works. Magic in quotes was this time, not actual magic. So like, if you believe in me, we're actually gonna be able to do
Yeah,
whatever
she
we want,
said,
whatever we believe in.
Exactly. She said that she has the magic of turning rage into
Into-
magic. So as long as Eva believes in herself,
Into action, basically.
into action. So as long as Eva believes in herself, she can do anything that she wants.
Yeah,
But adult Eva is not too sure about that anymore.
yeah, that's actually why I was starting to think about all the argument I was saying before, because I said, okay, so this is a rule not only for magic, or it's like a rule for everything here. So you have to believe in it, or else it won't work. It's like you need confidence, let's say.
Have
In quote.
confidence.
Have confidence. No confidence.
No confidence. That's me.
No, what are you thinking? No, not at all.
But their own flashback was cut short by the boat getting to Rokkenjima. But Eva still feels kinda weird about all of this.
Yeah.
Regardless, we are here.
Yeah, and I suppose this chapter will be a little bit more focused on Eva at this point, since we had Rosa. So now there's gonna be Eva and Hideyoshi probably also. I mean, they're a couple, so could be.
Yes.
Okay, we can continue.
Good start. Yeah.
何しろ6年って言ったら小学校丸々一つ分じゃねえか。覚えてろってのが酷な話だぜ。
16 years ago, you were in elementary? How old are you, dude?
He is 16, I think.
Oh no,
Remember
wait,
that elementary-
he could also be 17, because elementary there is 6 year.
Exactly.
So it could also...
My ring.
Huh? What happened?
My ring dropped. There we go.
You were playing with your ring
usual-
and... Okay, I see.
My usual ring.
Yeah, no, that's great. I you know that, I'll tell you a secret. I have a squishy Sonic in my hands.
There we go.
and that's what I actually bought it for a reason, because it's squishy and it's satisfying to squish, so in that way I don't touch anything else.
Nice.
Okay.
So, yeah, elementary school lasts 6
So
years,
da ne.
so it could be 16 or 17.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't remember exactly.
特に若かった僕たちにとっては大きな成長の6年間だったはずだからね。案外自己紹介がなかったら思い出せなかったんじゃないかい？
そうかな。私はバトラだってすぐに分かったぜ。口を聞いてさらに確信できたぜ。
Okay, you can be sure, of course.
マリア、初めて会った。
Ah, yeah, she was too young.
6年前わかんない。
そうですよね。マリア様はまだ3つでしたものね。
それを言われたら俺もだぜ。3歳の頃しか知らないマリアがこんなに大きく成長してるんだから、そりゃわからねえわけだぜ。
After
Oh,
lunch,
okay.
we had all gone out to the beach to walk around, talk, and take it easy. Our parents were apparently having a suspicious, complicated discussion, so we ended up leaving them behind.
Ah, yeah, suspicious and complicated.
Yes.
A lot of money right now.
Yes. Well, just as I'd guessed from the start, the conversation focused on me, since I'd been away for 6 years.
しかし本当に背が伸びたね。僕も低いつもりはないけど、とにかくその身長には驚いたよ。
そうですね。6年前のバトラ様をよく覚えておりますが、それでも驚くくらいでした。
だなあ。6年前のバトラからは想像がつかないくらいだったぜ。
みんな案外6年も前のことなんか覚えてるもんだな。
Well, this part is actually pretty much the same of chapter 1.
We skipped a little bit though.
Yeah, but I mean, it's more or less that thing.
Yeah, yes.
だろうな。私たちのことを思い出すのに少し時間をかけてたみたいだもんな。あれはちょっと傷つくぜ。
いや、さすがに6年前だ。覚えてろって方が無理があるぜ。
6年前のことですと、あまり覚えてはおられないのですか？私は、つい昨日のことのように鮮明に覚えておりますが。
シャノンは記憶力がいいからね。6年前にバトラ君がどんなことをしていたとか言っていたとかよく覚えてるんじゃ。
そういやそうだよな。シャノンって妙なところで記憶力がいいんだよな。
マリア、覚えるの下手くそ。楽しいことはスイスイ覚えるけど、つまんないのは全然ダメ。
You're 9, Maria, it's normal.
Normal. Oh! We all laughed, saying that everyone was like that. There we go.
シャノン、ちなみに6年前のバトラはどんなだったんだ？何かエピソードを覚えてないのかよ。
そうです。確か、お帰りの際はこうおっしゃっていました。また来るぜ。See you
What was that boing?
Just the silly things happening.
きっと白馬にまたがって迎えに来るぜ。
ギャー ダメ難しい
確かにそんな感じだった。6年前のバトラはそんな感じのバカっぽいセリフばかり言ってたぜ。
確かに当時のバトラ君がいかにも言いそうだな。
恥ずかしい恥ずかしい
Oh, Mario.
Oh, he's actually crying.
最高に恥ずかしいぜ。マリアもきっと中学くらいになったらそういう恥ずかしいことが口にしたくなるからな。
Oh no, I actually see Maria being very edgy and playing the
Yes.
witch thing all the time. Yes, very chuny.
そういう時は口に出す前にチラシの裏に書いて3度読み直してから口にすべきかどうか考えるんだぞ。
The problem is she would say it anyway.
Yeah, Maria, yeah, would definitely say it anyway, but we're talking about something very autistic here, so you know.
じゃねえときっと後悔するからな。いや誰しもがそういう痛々しい時代をくぐり抜けていくのだ。
Definitely.
そうさ。
Definitely.
そして身の程を知り恥を覚えて大人になるんだ。
I do agree with that.
これは大人への過渡期なら誰もが犯す青春の甘酸っぱくて恥ずかしい消し去りたい記憶なんだ。
Of course.
うわ
The change of voice.
What?
That
The change of voice. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love it.
No, true. This is very real.
After all, this was all stuff I'd let slip out without thinking, so I didn't remember the words exactly. But now that those words were being recited to me, they were as embarrassing as all hell. I only recently came to understand this weakness and was working hard to avoid such careless outbursts, but I guess I was just born with the habit of speaking without thinking, and there's nothing I can do about it.
シャーノン、他にも何か恥ずかしいことは覚えてないのかよ。
まあ他にもいろいろと覚えておりますけれど、ご本人もお忘れになりたいことみたいなので、これ以上は遠慮させていただきたいと思います。
Shano could never.
ぶ
Never.
っちゃけると俺はもう何も覚えてないんだ。頼むから思い出させないでくれ。
おお、シャノンがバトラーをいじめてる。おお、ダメ、いじめはいけないの。
Aww.
But she knows.
別にいじめてるわけじゃないんだよ。
She knows she has a mother that slapped her in the face, so she knows how it is.
Which is so sweet regardless.
この
Yeah.
話はこれくらいにしようか。でもシャノン、後でバトラ君のいないところでこっそり教えてね。
Nerd.
なんだか面白そうだから
So much for the perfect boy.
Yep.
かしこまりました。
Yeah. Yes, sure, certainly.
シャノンちゃんよ。
For a while, Georgianiki laughed at me, as though warming up for when Shannon-chan would tell him about more of my embarrassing misspeaks. George looked like he was flirting with Shannon.
Really? I didn't notice. Hi, Mikael. Hello.
Hi, hi.
Thank you for the lurk. There's a lurk battle with the points if you want.
But he seemed somewhat open and frank about it. It was always that way with his cousins, but he usually took on a reserved, gentlemanly attitude when he came in contact with the servants. When I thought about it, I got the feeling he was being a bit over-friendly, which seemed strange. Maria started scribbling in the sands with a stick, and Georgianiki and Shannon-chan joined in.
Maria's doing the gurguru.
Oh yeah!
You know, yeah, making
Yeah, I know.
the magic circle with in the sand and then.
Yeah, I know. This left me and Jessica off to the side, so I asked her secretively.
よう、ジェシカ。ジョージの兄貴ってさ、その、シャノンちゃんと。
No, what can you really?
なんで知
No.
ってるの？
Oh,
何なんでわかったんだよ。
There we go.
バトラお前、見かけより人を見てんな。
it's not like it's not like they're flirting in front of everyone.
俺、冗談で言ったつもりだったんだけど、本当に付き合ってんのかよ。
声が大きいって。一応内緒の付き合いってことらしいぜ。
Yeah, like Eva would never.
特にエヴァおばさんの耳には入れない方がいいよ。
Yeah, would never approve.
使用人との恋か。いや、でも、いつの間に？はあ、6年ってすげえな。でも、確かに兄貴なら人間もできてるし、シャノンちゃんも優しくて海外しそうだし、お似合いかもな。
Actually, 6 years ago, I remember taking notice of her just a little bit. I see. She really fits well with George Aniki. Nothing I can do about that. Goodbye, the fleeting first love of 6 years ago. Which means that the collection of embarrassing lines Shannon-chan had just held back on probably had something to do with that.
Yeah, okay, I see now.
I can't take it.
兄貴たち、付き合ってどのくらいになるんだ？
どの段階から付き合ってると呼ぶのかにもよるだろうけど、確実に1年以上は続いてると思うぜ。双方片思い時代を含めると数年になるんじゃねえのかな。
Before I'd realized it, the two of them had separated themselves from the group and were walking down the beach, talking about something. They looked calm, and rather than a light relationship between two lovers, it looked like a more serious one, as though they were already engaged.
Oh, she doesn't have the ring yet, so they're not engaged, but they will be very soon.
Yes.
6年か。でっけえ月日だな。俺にとってのこの6年は何だったんだ？図体がでかくなっただけだな。親父との親子喧嘩で意地を張り合ううちに6年も経っちまった。
バートラの方こそどうなん？彼女とかできたのかよ。
さて、一緒に遊ぶ女の子は何人かいるぜ。
Yes, Butler, call me when I have to believe that.
だけど、オンリーワンって関係はまだ俺がお子様なんだろうよ。誰かと二人っきりでいるより、みんな大勢でワイワイやってる方が楽しいように思えるんだ。
ああ、そりゃなんともバトラらしいぜ。
Fuck.
女の思い込みとコミュニティは怖えぜ。勝手にバトラをめぐって暗闘が繰り広げられて、勝手に誰かが泣いたり傷ついたりしているかもしれないぜ。
You know, I was thinking something stupid, but it's not really for the game. For us, it may sound a little bit strange how the Japanese people talk in anime or stuff. Even now, they have all of those. They actually do that.
Oh.
That's the thing. They actually do that. Like when they say "eh," that's the thing they actually do. You actually hear people around especially when it's crowded. Right? There are actually people doing that. So it's an actual thing.
Oh. I see, because I've heard the same way of speaking in videos as well, but since those videos were for the camera, I thought that it was still a bit exaggerated.
No. You can actually hear people talking normally, and when they actually over exaggerate the surprise or something, where there's a big change in tone, they over exaggerate it, but it's an actual way of talking.
I see. I mean, it's interesting.
Yeah, no, it's interesting.
同じ忠告をつい先週クラスの女から受けた気がするぜ。
Butler, maybe you should consider that. Maybe.
Mm-mm.
なんだってんだろうな。どうしてみんなで楽しく過ごせねえんだ。
Well, that is
I mean,
possible.
One way.
If everyone agrees, that is possible.
そ
exactly.
うまでしてつがいになりたいのかね。
バトラーがまだそういう相手に会ったことがねえからだろうぜ。まあ、おいおいそういう女に出会うこともあるだろうよ。
Is this okay.
Shadowing?
Foreshadowing, yes, thank you. I was forgetting the word. Is it foreshadowing?
I don't know.
気長に待つこったな。
With who? Whatever.
なんだよ。まるでお前にはもうそういう相手がいるみたいな言い方じゃねえかよ。
No, there's only one person that comes to my mind, but it cannot be possible.
Tell it. Say it.
I mean, they're all parents apart one. But really? Oh my god, it would make sense.
Say it.
Beatrice.
Okay.
That's the only one that could make sense. Everyone else is engaged or a parent, a relative. So you know,
I mean,
it's not like there's much choice in there. If that ever happened, everyone else is a child. So I don't actually see Butter going with Bernkastel or even Lambda Delta. I mean, they look like
those are
child.
witches. But those are witches.
Still, they look like children. So
Yeah,
I would not see that. Everyone else is a parent. Shannon is already engaged, so no. That could have been a thing. Shannon could have been a thing, but she's already with George, so no. Who else is there? No one else apart Beatrice. That's the only one it could be.
お前はどうなんだよ。彼氏とかできたのかよ。
私かよ。いや、
なんつうわかりやすい反応だよ。
Yep.
見たところ気になる男はいるけど、
No.
できてねって。
No.
No. That totally didn't happen in chapter 2.
そういうわけ
And ended up horribly.
先生、私のことなんかどうでもいいだろ。
話を振ってきたのはそっちのくせに。なんで俺が逆切れされなきゃならないんだ。女って生き物は質問ばかりで。そのくせ、自分が質問に答えることは決してないんだよな。ずるい生き物だぜ。まったく。
まったく。
告白はさ、一度はしたんだよ。まあ、その、盛大に空振り。
Ah, okay, yeah, we know about that. So yeah.
ごめんなさい。てか
いや、まあ、私がすごく一方的だったんで、面食らわれたというのかな。
It's more complex
そうい
than
う
that.
対象だとも思われてなかったという雰囲気。
そりゃあそうだろうよ。
Oh, that's how she read that. I see.
お前の言葉遣いは男勝りだからな。もう
Butler
ちょいおしとやかにしないと。男心。
Butter, shut up, please.
いや、やっぱりその。
Jessica, you're allowed to slap him. You would be right.
私みたいな言葉遣いじゃ受け悪いかな。
まあその言葉遣いが全てじゃないだろうが、お前みたいな普段の言葉遣いが悪いやつが急にまともな言葉で話すように努力し始めたら、そういう気概みたいなもんでドキッときちまう男もいるかもな。
Uh-huh.
そうなんだ。
So it's basically saying it's okay if you talk like that, something like that.
No,
No,
not really.
I didn't really get this.
The way
When
the
people
way I read this,
when people like you, you
is,
usually have a rough style of speech.
when people like you,
Oh no,
usually-
I meant like you. I mean that when
No,
someone
no.
likes you. Okay, now
no.
I
When
got
people
it.
like you, who usually have a rough style of speech, suddenly start working hard to talk more normally. There are guys out there whose heart skip
Yeah,
a beat
okay, no.
when they see how determined you are.
Now I got it. I read when people like you in a different
I
way.
see.
That's why the phrase was completely different.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with this.
No, I don't agree with this as well. But
Unless she truly thinks that she doesn't like the way she talks and then she wants to change it.
But that's a
then I don't
thing
agree with
she
this.
doesn't like about herself. Also, I wouldn't see. I mean, okay, self-improving, it's okay, but
Yeah,
that's not
yes.
even self-improvement. It's like,
Pleasing others.
yeah, it's like more pleasing other than anything else.
Yeah. Jessica suddenly started talking more meekly, and then her face instantly went slightly red. I see. Even though her confession didn't go well, it looks like she still hasn't given up.
I can understand kinda why Butter is saying this. I think he's trying to say, hey, maybe if you try again like that, it could go
You're
better.
gonna...
Could be.
could be. But still, I get it. After seeing how close Georgianiki and Shannon-chan have gotten, I also kinda want to find a girlfriend. 6 years. 6 years of puberty are pretty important, and they went by pretty fast. As the typhoon approached, the clouds grew steadily grayer, but even so, I had this really refreshing feeling. Maybe I'll try thinking more seriously about the opposite sex, more than just the size of their boobs. Finally! Finally!
Honestly, during puberty, this is normal. So yeah, I cannot argue with that. When you're like 15 or 16 or even 17 or 18, this is very normal. So I won't argue with that.
ところでジョージの兄貴は使用人のシャノンちゃんと付き合ってるわけだが、まさかジェシカまでってことはないよな。
Ah, bullseye. Bullseye.
どうしてそう思うんだよ。
そういや、バラ庭園で挨拶したカノン君って若い子。
Oh,
口下手だからっ
oh,
て、
oh.
ジェシカやたらとかばってたよな。
No, that's not.
No!
Yeah, definitely not that.
じゃあさ、これだけは教えろ。
I like that he got closer.
今、
Yes.
この瞬間、ジェシカが狙ってる男は半径1キロ以内にいるか？
いや、それはどうだろう。
Karen-kun was the only boy on this island now who could possibly become her boyfriend.
Yeah, of course.
So, judging by her reaction, I was right on. I didn't think of the Ushiromiya family as a noble family, but love with a servant. I wouldn't have dreamed that the two pairs of Romeo and Juliet would be right next to me.
I mean, it also makes sense because I imagine Jessica and Canon actually passing a lot of time together since like they live on the same island, so it would make
Exactly.
actually sense. More or less the same age and all of that, you know.
Onteva would probably become an obstacle to Georgianiki and Shannon-chan's love. If Onteva ever learned that Shannon-chan was the partner of her only beloved son, she'd probably scream at her for trying to steal away her precious George.
No, that totally didn't happen.
And the relationship between Jessica and Kanon-kun would probably be just as full as difficulties. Aunt Natsuhi was also very strict about that kind of thing. After all, Jessica's husband would probably become the head of the Shiromiya family in the future. If that person had once been a servant working for the family, well, things could get complicated.
ま、人の恋路なんてそれぞれさ。一緒にいて楽しい相手とつがいになりゃいいじゃねえか。つがいってのは、互いが互いを認め合う以外に、何の許可もいりやしない。親がどうこう、家がどうこうなんて気にしたら負けだぜ。それを忘れるなよ。半端な気持ちで付き合うんじゃねえぜ。
恋もしたことねえくせに達観したようなことを言いやがって。
Wow, and now right now Butter sounded very adult for some reason, but okay.
Yes.
恋は損得感情でするなよ。ハートでしろよ。俺が言いたいことはそんなんじゃな。See you again. Have a nice day.
Butler!
Okay, it was just to release tension, I see.
シャーノ聞いて聞いて、パートだったらこいつまた面白いセリフを言い出したぜ。
Oh, bagged.
してないしてない
茶化すな、茶化すな。
Oh,
For a while, we forgot that the wind was getting stronger and played around on the beach. I grew a lot these past 6 years, and being able to celebrate my youth and meet with all of my cousins was truly refreshing. It was a bit late now, but I realized I should have gotten back together with everyone a lot sooner and returned to Shiromiya family.
いとこ同士ってのもたまにはいいもんだな。
マリアもいとこで集まるの楽しくて好き。
そうだな。俺たちももういい年なんだ。別に親がいなくても会えるだろう。たまにはいとこだけで集まって遊ぶのも悪くないかもしれないな。
それはいいって、いつかそういう機会を設けてもいいかもしれないね。
as long as you don't talk about money.
同感だね。私たちいとこはいつまでもずっと仲良しがいいよ。
おいおい、そこを強調するとまるで普段の親戚同士の仲が悪いように聞こえちまうぜ。
About that. Talk about your.
Tells him.
Think
I was
about.
gonna tell him.
Think about your parents.
Instant change of expression.
Yeah.
Giorgianiki and Jessica laughed, but it felt just a little strained. Did I say something wrong?
Of course, he doesn't know. It makes sense that he doesn't know.
Judging by how our parents made quiet expressions and tired faces every once in a while during the boat ride and at the airport, maybe I should have kept that
You good?
to myself.
Okay. No. No. You
I got a hiccup?
probably. I don't know. Just for a second.
Yeah, I think so.
そうだな。ジェシカの言う通りだぜ。俺たちはいつまでも仲良しでいようぜ。
Now everything's okay for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
マリアも一緒。みんな仲良し。
そうだね。うん。僕たちはいつだってみんな一緒だよ。
What's that way she said friends? Minna? I don't know.
I'm not
I'm not
sure.
sure as well. Because it's not like... She didn't say Tomodachi.
It's not, no, it's not Tomodachi.
She said something else. I don't know.
みんな仲良しだよ。
Nakayoshi.
Nakayoshi. Oh, okay.
私たち何恥ずかしいこと言い合ってんだろうな。なんだか照れちまうぜ。
でもとても大切なことだと思う。人は願わねばいつまでも一緒にいることどころか仲良くいることさえ難しい生き物な。
そうだね。みんなが仲良くいられることを決して当たり前なことだと思ってはいけないね。
Hmm.
知り合いの魔女が言ってた。幸せはみんなが信じなくちゃ。
See, even here it said.
確かにね、信じる力には魔法が宿るかもしれない。
Okay, this is actually
Yes.
It cannot, I mean, foreshadowing.
それを全員が信じたならきっと幸せを運んできてくれるだろうね。
よし、なら恥ずかしいことのついでだ。私たちはみんなで信じ合うと誓おう。みんないつまでも仲良しで、いつまでも幸せでいようって。
Like hell we'll end up like our parents. As if we'd ever search for each other's weaknesses, going after grandfather's fortune.
俺たちはみんないつまでも仲良しでそれをみんなで信じようぜ。
Mm.
No matter how much we cousins try to nostalgically have fun, dark clouds continue to approach Rokkenjima. I wonder if the typhoon will pass and let us see the clear skies before we leave this island. Who cares about what our parents are planning? Who cares about the inheritance and the honor of our old family? As youthful as we were renewing our old friendship. And we all believed together that we could find happiness. That's why I want this pair of days to end. Without anything weird happening.
Yeah, without anything weird happening.
In peace and happiness.
Definitely.
And calmly.
Oh, of course. Of course that.
No, I don't just want them to end. Please, let them end.
Eh? Oh, okay. Unexpected.
お前は出るなよ、現れるなよ、くそくそくそ。
待たせたな。ようやく新しいゲームの用意が整っ、さあさあ始めようではないか。惨劇の物語、訪れよ、雨よ、風よ、この島をうつしおより切り離す。異界へ魔界へ幻想界へ、六軒島を放り込め。
And so, the tale repeated for the third time.
Okay, I need to go to the bathroom. Can you wait 2 seconds?
Of course.
I'm gonna be glitching, of course, for some reason.
Yeah, of course. I will take an eye on you, just for the memes.
I'll be back in a sec.
I am going to wait just a couple of seconds before telling what I want to tell. Okay. If you know, you know. If you don't, oh my god. I'm just going to tell this to chat while Pixel can't hear me. There's been a couple of times I had to stop myself from reacting at all. It's not easy. It's not easy, but I got it. And I remember the first time that I played this, I got to that line, that single line, and I went like, fucking game! But I can't tell you which line that is, unless you know. Probably I'm gonna tell him at the end of the live, like something like, there's been one single line that is like the truth behind everything. No, I'm not gonna say that.
I'm back. What you talking
Hi.
about? What happened?
Nothing. Nothing.
What happened?
I can't tell you.
Oh, spoilers?
No, it's not spoilers, but it's I commented one thing.
That I said?
No. That happened.
Oh, was it glitching?
No,
Or
no,
something?
you
No?
weren't actually.
Ah, strange.
No.
Strange.
Yeah, for once. For once.
Okay. Is it so you were talking about something spoiler that I cannot say or something else?
No, I talked about something that happened during this part of the live.
Oh, okay.
And I told chat there's been one single line. Of course, I'm not gonna tell you which
Okay.
one, but there's been one single line that I had to restrain myself from completely moving, talking, or
Okay,
physically reacting
okay,
in every single
okay.
way.
I see. So,
And I told chat if they know, they know.
okay, I see. Did they repeat it for the third time?
However, to an endless witch, what did it matter whether it was the first, second, or third time? It probably didn't matter at all. After all, this was a tale of fantasy, endlessly repeating until the match was settled. Would Butler surrender first, or would the witch? Then the sky grew dark and cloudy. Then the rain and wind were summoned together and became a typhoon. Maria could be seen in the rose garden, paying no mind to the rain that had started falling.
Okay, yeah.
Going around in circles, searching for that single rose that should have been marked.
ない目印をつけた
This again.
マリアのバラがない
Okay, it's going a lot faster.
Very fast, yes. Maria definitely remembered it. That rose had been in the flower bed right there. Right here. And yet, it wasn't anymore. She didn't know what to do with her irritation at not being able to find something that should have been there.
Is the fact that the rose not there important? Because they keep focusing on this part every time, but I don't understand why. I thought it was something just random to make Maria said, "Oh yeah, you're there and you met Beatrice. I gave you the umbrella and all that, the letters and all that stuff." But the rose sounds important now because they keep talking about the rose every time.
I think there's a reason. I'm not too sure if I can elaborate on that, but it's just my personal theory
Interpretation.
on it.
Okay. I see.
I'm not sure if there's any official confirmation in the actual game. It's
Okay.
just something that I'm thinking, so I can't really elaborate on that.
Okay.
And moaning bitterly, she couldn't help but keep going back and forth in circles around the same spot. She was acting almost as though she'd been able to see it if she looked at a different angle. But even though she did that, there was no way to find something that wasn't there. The wind grew increasingly strong, and the rain turned into cold, large drops.
You know, maybe it is. I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into that, so I don't really know. But maybe it is something like. I don't know. Maybe you could see, like, Butler looking for evidence that is not there every time, and that's probably not the point. You could see, like, it's useless to look for something that it's not there. You should look for something else at that point. Maybe it's like suggestion for the reader to say, hey, don't look for stuff that is not actually there. Look for something else. Don't know.
I'm not sure. I mean, it could be an interpretation, and I can actually see this being one of the possible interpretations.
It's like a suggestion towards the reader that says, hey, you, that are reading this, you shouldn't look for, it's impossible to look for something that isn't there, so think about it, or something like that, I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into that, it's not that important.
I mean, I like your line of thought, though. Good job. There was no way even Maria would fail to notice this. However, if she couldn't find the rose here, it would surely disappear forever. Maria believed that. That feeling spurred her on to keep on searching for a rose that she had no chance of finding. Just then, The cold drops of rain tormenting Maria were suddenly blocked. Maria raised her head. When she did, she saw an umbrella there, protecting her from the rain. And the one holding out that umbrella was...
Who else? Of course.
the witch she admired, Beatrice.
このような雨の中、何を必死になっているのやら。体を冷やせば風邪をひくこともある魔女たるもの。自らの健康も気遣いたいものよね。
マリアのね、バラが見つからないの。おお、何度探してもね、ここにあったはずなのに見つからないの。
Maria told Beatrice about how there had been a slightly unhealthy, pitiful rose, and that she was sure she had marked it.
それが見つからぬと。そなたも魔女の見習いならば、魔法にてバラを探してみるという。目だけで探そうとするうちは、それにははるかに及ばぬであろうがな。
見つけられない。マリアも頑張って魔法で探そうとしてるけど見つけられない。
Oh, she actually tried.
魔法の修行にはちょうど良いかとも思うが、この風雨はそなたには少しきつかろう。わらわが特別に力を貸してやろう。弟子の身を案ずるのも師匠の役割だからね。
ありがとう、ベアトリーチェ。
Okay, so Beatrice actually recognized her as her apprentice.
Yes. Maria's face, which had been full of sadness just until now, split open into a grin. Maria knew. She knew that there was nothing Beatrice's magic couldn't do. So she was sure that Beatrice would be able to find that rose easily, even though Maria couldn't.
And this is also part of the thing I was saying before. Maria believes that Beatrice can do it, so Beatrice can actually do it because of that.
Let's see. Beatrice closed her eyes slightly, acting as though she was listening for something in all of this rain and wind. Then she heard it, opened her eyes, and spoke.
商業無常よね。残念だな、この風雨に。そなたのバラは耐えられなかったらしい。
それじゃマリアの
風雨に散り、すでにこの世のものではない。
Oh, so it was actually like they said in chapter 1.
What Beatrice had said was quite reasonable. There was nothing odd about the flower being broken off at the stem within the strong wind. However, Maria couldn't accept this and bitterly gave a low-pitched moan.
やだやだやだやマリアのバラが帰ってこないと嫌だ。マリアの魔法で生き返らせる。ベアトリーチェ、魔法でバラを蘇らせるのを教えて。
無限の魔法の秘術。そなたごとき見習いにはまだまだ早いわ。身の程を知れ。
Maria wiped the tears from her eyes, full of regret. Beatrice shrugged her shoulders and chuckled at Maria's pitiable expression.
よかろう、バラを蘇らせる秘術。わらわがではそなたの心の力を集中させる。
Quick change of expression.
目を閉じ、雨を忘れ、風を忘れ、奉公するバラの魂を心の目で探すのだ。
Oh, we're not gonna see it? Ah, no, okay.
Maria closed her eyes. Then she repeated Beatrice's song-like words.
さあさあ、バラよ、そなたがどんな姿をしていたの。
さあさあ思い出してごらん、バラよ。そなたがどんな姿をしていたのか。
見る 聞くの。そして肉の檻に閉じ込められし魂の力を解放する。よいぞ。
Around Maria, who was concentrating her power, her eyes tightly shut, small golden butterflies began to dance. Was this the manifestation of the magical power Maria had?
さまよえしバラの魂、今一度集う。そしてその姿を思い出すがいい。さあさあ集えよ。思い出せよ。
The glitter of the gold butterflies began to strengthen, and their numbers increased. Then, Beatrice raised a finger up to the skies, and they began to gather at the tip of that finger.
But the game's blinded me, what the heck?
This was the miracle of the golden magic. The gold butterflies began to condense into a single dazzling grain of gold. It was a single glittering gold seed. It rode on the tip of Beatrice's finger, budded into a golden sprout, and opened into a golden leaf. Then it slowly fell from that fingertip, sank into the mud of the flower bed, and began to grow steadily. Maria, who had admired magic and the witch, really wanted to see this fantastical sight. However, as an apprentice, Maria was still not qualified to see it. No, she was probably afraid that, if she opened her eyes to look, the power that she had concentrated in her heart would be cut off, and the magic would be lost. Therefore, Beatrice, as the only one permitted to witness this golden miracle, was the only witch, the sole master of many miracles. Then, the fully grown rose bloomed, creating one golden flower. And when Beatrice poked it with her fingers in just the right way, the gold-colored sparkles scattered, just as if golden soap bubble had popped, and what remained was a single beautiful rose.
立派な花を思い出したようだな。だがこのままでは他のバラたちに混じってもう一つサービスしておくか。
Beatrice, for the sake of her cute apprentice, who was moaning even more in concentration, decided to use one more bit of magic.
Oh, put in the wrap there.
When she snapped her fingers, a single gold butterfly appeared, fluttered around, and landed on the flower that had just been revived. Then it suddenly burst open and disappeared, becoming golden lace and marking the rose.
これでよかろう。マリア、もう目を開けてもよいぞ。
バラはどこ？ない。
そっちではないぞ。こっちだ。ほら。金モールで印をつけておいてやった。
本当だ。すごい。ベアト、ありがとう。マリアも早く魔女になりたい。ベアトみたいな大魔女になりたい。
The mother Maria never had, basically. Okay.
Yes.
かつてのわらわもまたそなたのように無邪気にそれを望む至ったのだ。
Maria was ecstatic over the revived rose, clapping her hands and jumping around in joy. Watching that, Beatrice also smiled, looking fairly pleased. By now, I can break and repair any soul if I try, not just that of a rose, and kill and revive as I pleased. Come, the barrier of the storm has now sealed Rockenjima off from the natural world. Now is the time for the golden witch Beatrice to descend as an endless witch. Beatrice pulled from her pocket an envelope with the family
Okay,
crest,
this
the
again.
one-winged eagle, and gave it to Maria.
Sephiroth. I immediately
Maria
know about that.
Yes. Maria frolicked around at being selected to be the witch's messenger.
さーて金蔵、そなたの遊びに再び付き合いに来たぞ。わらわの準備はすでに万。そなたの方、今宵のゲームにかけるコインの用意は十分であろうな。
Is it new?
I don't think so.
準備は十分であるぞ、ベアトリーチ。
Oh, he actually answered.
駒はふんだんに用意したぞ。備えも心構えも十分だ。さあ、アンティを支払おうではないか。そなたに授けられ、最後にはそなたに全て返すべきものだ。さあ、受け取れ。
Ginzo flung the window of his study open wide, took off the valuable golden ring that had been on his finger, and threw it into the darkness of the raging wind and rain.
Okay, yeah.
That ring was struck by lightning, and after twirling gold for an instant, disappeared.
Oh, it's different this time though.
Ginzo watched it go, grinning broadly and fearlessly.
負ける気はせぬぞ。お前は永遠に。
Yeah, maybe a little bit too much, Ginzo.
Too much, Ginzo, too much.
Maybe a little bit too much.
The ring that Ginzo had thrown became a single gold butterfly and fluttered around in the wind and rain. It headed for the rose garden, almost as though it was being guided there.
Ah, it's going towards Beatrice, of course.
It then found the figure of the golden witch and fluttered down. When it came down right in front of Beatrice, it burst open and returned to its original form, flying through the air. The way it was going, it would have expected it to fall into a puddle, but it stopped suddenly in midair. Almost as if some transparent person had caught it. Apparently, even Beatrice hadn't expected this. However, she realized that, no, who it was, and grinned broadly at it.
Eh?
Oh!
Wait, who's this now?
As she did, the shadow of the person who had caught the ring began to fuzzily appear.
Wait, you have the crest, so... Eh? Is he a servant?
Of a young man wearing a butler's uniform embroidered with a one-winged eagle crest.
Where did you come from, dude? You were never here.
Welcome to Umineko, bitch. Welcome to chapter 3. Oh my god. There was no man like this among the servants of the Ushiromiya family.
Really? I didn't notice.
Even so, Beatrice laughed as though it was someone she remembered fondly.
炉の上か。ずいぶん久しぶりになるな。わらわのことを覚えておったとは。そなたはつくづく忠義に熱い男よ。
Ronobe, my love.
頂戴しておりました。この炉の上、お嬢様にお仕えしていることを忘れた日など、一日もございませんよ。
Is one of his servants then?
Mm-hmm.
Is he also furniture?
Who knows?
それよりもお嬢様にこそ私をお忘れになられたのではないかと。
Yeah, I mean, you weren't there for the first two chapters, you saw, you know.
何しろお嬢様は大層お忘れっぽくていらっしゃいますので。
I mean, he got the pose like he could have a sword like every other servant, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It could be appearing there. You don't see the mouse, but figure that, imagine that.
なるほど。確かにわらわは忘れやすいようだ。そなたの皮肉を聞くまで思い出せぬとはな。
お嬢様、 これを
With an exaggerated yet elegant gesture, he bowed respectfully and held out to Beatrice the head's ring that he just got.
後ろ宮金蔵より返還されました。後ろ宮家当主の指輪でございます。指輪は再び主のもとに。
金蔵によるゲームの開始宣言、確かに受け取ったぞ。
さて、今宵はどのようなお遊びになって、早速ルーレットをご用意いたしましょうか。それともまずは紅茶をご用意いたしましょうか。
どちらにしようか迷うが、とりあえずそなたの挨拶あやつめ。開いた口が塞がらぬというような顔をしているに違いない。
Who?
なあ。
Ah.
バトラ。
Oh, one thing that I wanted to ask and then I forgot, but now it came to my mind.
Yes?
Of course, we know that Beatrice is actually a witch name and not her actual name at this point. Are we gonna know her, call it human name? Or not?
In due time.
In due
Yes.
time. Okay, yeah, just to know. Because of course there's another person who was called Beatrice and was also a witch. So it's probably more like a title more than an actual name at this point.
Sounds like it.
はじめまして。
Oh, it's also there. Okay.
自己紹介
Of course.
ベアトリーチェお嬢様のおそばにてお使いしております。どうぞよろしくお願い申し上げますよ。
I think he's in the register right now.
Ah. Oh, it's different.
So you have a different page. So you see the next. There we
Ah.
go. So you now have 2 pages.
Oh, okay. Every time he breaks and do that thing. Okay.
So you have, yes.
Okay,
Shall we read this?
one
I
at a
don't
time.
think we have.
No, we haven't.
Beatrice. The endless witch who has lived for 1,000 years, she is known for being exceptionally cruel, even among witches. She loves bullying the weak and is capable of using trial and error endlessly to find the cruelest fate they can possibly be given. Oh my god. And she toys with her victims even further by piling on one after another. This witch is extremely powerful, but word has it that she sometimes becomes obsessed with creating certain patterns so that her means end up becoming her goals. Ronove, one of the 72 great demons, works for a master in exchange for various forms of compensation. He currently has a contract with Beatrice as her butler, head furniture.
Ah, okay, so he's the furniture.
Proficient, yes. He's become proficient as housekeeping after serving in many households, so his ability as a butler is very high. In the high society of witches, employing him has become kind of a status symbol. Furthermore, the cookies he bakes are superb, and witches will often form a line eating them. He must possess tremendous magical power, but since he always stays out of the spotlight to further boost his master's reputation, his combat capabilities are unknown.
Ah, and we have
Seven
this.
Sisters of Purgatory. High-quality furniture created by Beatrice. As the youngest of her sisters, Asmodeus is always doted upon. This might be why she alone is kept out of the way whenever an even slightly lewd topic comes up. She's always looking for a boyfriend in the hopes that her sisters will finally accept her as an adult. However, she keeps aiming too high and whiles away each day dreaming of the prince who will never come.
Did you forget pants or something?
What?
It looks like she's missing a piece of her skirt. That's why.
No. No. Maybe you can click on her.
I'm trying, but
maybe on the logo once more.
Oh wait.
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
Mammon. Okay.
I skipped one, but whatever.
Okay, we can go back. Mammon is quick to grab whatever she wants without any concerns for her sisters. Her motto is monopolize through greed, which means she's usually the main cause of arguments between the sisters. However, she is also the most honest about her own feelings, and the one most likely to try and please the opposite sex. She may be greedy, but she's a hard worker who will stop at nothing to capture her target's affections for all eternity.
Okay, we know that those are the 7 deadly sins, so this one must be greed.
Yes. Okay, Leviathan often represents the younger sisters when speaking to Lucifer. Deep down, she has a brutal, deeply envious nature, and she is adept at spotting people's weaknesses. However, she's more of a selfish crybaby than a person burning with envy. For some reason, she's not very good at handling tough situations, and she often ends up coming in last among the sisters, getting the short end of the stick.
Okay, so envy. She's also have green,
Yes.
so hair, so it makes sense.
Yes, it checks. Beelzebub is the gourmet of the sisters and is known for being a big and picky eater. Her personality is similar to Mammon's, and the two sisters often fight over the same thing. She's always talking about food, which makes her a calming influence among the sisters. However, she also has that disturbing desire to kidnap pretty boys and store them in the food cellar.
Okay, so this must be gluttony.
Lucifer is the oldest of the sisters and therefore their leader. Because of this, she claims to be the strongest of them all, but she's secretly aware that she's actually the least talented. However, she has always acted with arrogance in an attempt to hide the fact from the others. Her greatest fear is that her sisters will scorn her if they ever found out.
Pride, I'd say.
Yes, I think so. Belphegor is well trusted and known for being a reticent, serious, and responsible piece of furniture. However, this is partly due to their demonic desire to turn their masters into useless, lazy pigs. In that sense, she may be the most demonic of all the sisters. She's serious to a fault, and not at all used to being treated kindly instead of the other way around.
Okay, this I don't know. Laziness?
Wait. Wait, I'm gonna check. Maybe I should have checked before.
The other ones were pretty clear. This one is... demonic desire to turn master into using lazy, so I'd say... yeah, it's not the actual name of the scene, but... because I forgot the name. It's like laziness or something like that.
Yeah, Wikipedia is not helping me.
Oh, okay. But if I had to
I
choose,
wanted to be,
I'd say
I
that.
wanted to make sure, but
Because it says that our demonic desire to turn our master into useless lazy pigs. So that's the only one that checks, in my opinion.
why does it just say 7 deadly sins and then...
Don't know.
Sloth.
Sloth. Oh wait, there's a way I could remember. Okay, yeah. Do you know I remember the 7 deadly sins by memory? Because this is gonna be very funny.
Go.
It's very specific, prepare yourself. There's a Kamen Rider that whenever he transforms in his final form, it says the complete list of the 7 deadly sins, and I know the jingle by memory.
Want to know?
Pride, greed, lust, wrath, envy, gluttony, slave, deadly sins. That's how it says. It's called Kamen Rider, not Ghost, Spectre, deadly sin form.
Nice. Ways of remembering are valid ways.
I heard the jingle so many times that I learned that, and I know all the 7 deadly sins.
Okay, we're back to Mammon.
Oh yeah, so I skipped the second one. No, the next one.
No, it's the same. I think it's randomized. There we go. No, wait. Asmodeus we read, I think.
Yeah.
Asmodeus we
Yeah.
read.
This one.
Oh, Satan takes on the role of the constantly angry class president among the sisters. She's always quick to scold people, which is why the other sisters are so scared of her. For that reason, no one's ever willing to talk back to her, and she's actually quite lonely all the time. She'll sometimes intentionally do things that ought to get her in trouble, but none of the sisters ever scold her this lonely furniture back.
Okay, this is Wraith, so that other one was definitely slowed. That's the only one that would make sense. Did we miss Lust?
Asmodeus is last, right? Oh, this one.
Damn it.
The twin-tailed one.
No, but
Nope, the other one.
yeah, the other
There's
thing.
two.
So the thing is, sometimes I click and nothing happens. So I don't know. This one.
Yeah, because it selects the same one.
Yeah, always looking for a boyfriend. Yeah. Lust. This is Lust. Yes, definitely. And then we have the goats.
All of the goats.
All of the goats.
Low-level furniture in service to Beatrice. They are great in number but silent and lacking personality. They obediently follow their master's orders. Their senses are closer to those of animals than humans, and they're surprisingly dual-witted, which sometimes leads them to misunderstand their orders. They have by nature a massive build like minotaurs and fearsome superhuman strength. They may be low-level furniture, but the ability to summon an inexhaustible supply of them makes them extremely convenient.
I see. Bones, but there's a lot of them.
Yes.
I see.
Welcome to chapter 3.
And here nothing is changed. There's only one thing that you can notice, that there's an actual space here, so I bet we're gonna know the father of Rosa at a certain point. I mean, there's a very convenient space here. So I don't know. Maybe it's just there for show. Well, we'll see.
Alone.
開いた口が塞がらないという顔であろう。
Oh, so the one inside was actually talking about the one outside. Okay, that's actually clever. Because Beatrice was saying that Beatrice in the chapter was saying, in the lower level, was saying that she wanted to present him to Butler, and now this is happening. I see.
I think you can think of them, both of them, these two only as actors, air quotes, in the game.
Yeah. No. It makes sense.
Together. So yeah, she was basically.
Yeah, it's like they're watching a play. It makes sense, of course.
Yeah. Yes. Also talking about the reader.
Yeah, no shit, another incomprehensible guy just showed up. Yeah.
ヤギ頭が盆踊りを始めるのかとぼやいたら、ヤギ頭がうようよ現れて、太もも姉ちゃんたちが7人も出てきて、その上、今度は羊が出てきやがった。わけわかんねえよ。もういい加減にしやがれよ。
ところでバトラー。
By the way, I really like the monocle with a little wing. It's just a very neat detail that I love.
気づいていたか？こやつとそなたの対面だが、これが本当の悪魔の証明であることを。
悪魔の証？どういう意味だよ。
こやつはこう見えても72
a literal devil's proof. Okay.
生粋の悪魔でな。つまりわらわは悪魔を直接連れてきて、まさにその存在を証明してみせたわけ。
You know, who reminds him a little bit of, I'm sure you know, Kobayashi Dragon-san, Dragon's Maid.
I actually don't.
You don't? Okay.
I know what it is, but I've never watched it.
Have you ever seen Fafnir?
No.
No. It's one of the dragons, and it could actually be a little bit inspired by him. It's
Oh.
not exactly the same, but it could be that this aspect is a bit inspired.
Wait, let me look it up.
Like Google Fafnir.
Fafnir?
Just
Fafnir.
Fafnir.
Oh my gosh.
It's not actually. It doesn't
Oh,
actually. But
I see the vibe.
I could see I could see like an inspiration from this, or maybe a second line inspiration. So there's probably maybe another card inspired by him, and then Fafnir is inspired by the other. But I could see it.
You know, I see the vibe.
Yeah.
ロノウェは地獄に爵位を持つ序列27位の大悪魔よ。
Oh, pretty much half point, I'd say.
なかなかに使える男でな、高級で召し上げてわらわの世話をさせておるのだ。
ご紹介いただけまして光栄です。地獄の貴族に名を連ねと。
A vulgar human.
実に使える男なのだが、何しろ口のヘラのやつでな、時に主への敬いを忘れるのがたまに気づく。
言葉遣いに関しましては契約書から漏れておりました。
Ah, I see.
そのように契約を変更いたしますか。
わらわも退屈せぬからそれでいい。
I love this too so much. Beatrice turned her back to him, cackling. After bowing once to her back, Runaway turned back to Butler and struck out his right hand, showing off an innocent smile.
Yeah, I bet. Very innocent. Mm-hmm.
Normally, this would mean that he was asking for a handshake.
何のあれだよ。
私もお嬢様のわがままに振り回されている身です。その意味では私たちは良き友人になれるかと思いますよ。これは友情の握手です。
I don't know, dude, but I wouldn't trust that handshake. I mean, just in case.
悪魔の契約の締結を。
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. So maybe don't.
悪いが、俺はあんたの主と大喧嘩の真っ最中。俺が敵と握手をするのは雨の校庭でぶちのめし合って互いがボロボロになって交わせ青春ドラマみたいなシチュエーションの時だけさ。覚えておきな。
なるほど。バトラ様と握手を交わすには十分な雰囲気作りとそして心に響く甘い言葉と肉体言語の交わし。
Dude, don't give him ideas. Don't.
機会を見てその場を準備いたしましょう。
I repeat, don't give him ideas. That's not a good idea.
私めもそういうシチュエーションは大好きでございますよ。
Bombastic side eyes, by the way.
As Runaway laughed tauntingly, he whispered to Butler, bringing his face so close that their noses were almost touching. Butler, his face turning red after getting so close to another of the same sex, pushed him away.
気色悪いやろ。なるほど。ベアとの執事にぴったりのやつだ。
お褒めの言葉を賜れまして、私は紅茶には自信がございますので、ティータイムを楽しみにしていらしてくださいね。
I can already see the fanfictions between these two. Okay, by the way.
By the way.
クッキーを焼くのが趣味でございますので、お茶菓子にもこうご期待をお願いいたします。
さすがは同性同士だな。打ち解け合うのが実に早い。焼けるぞ。
これはお嬢様に嫉妬させてしまい、もしお嬢様のお客人をこっそりつまみ食いなどいたしませんよ。それではこれより他の家具どもに 再び家具頭に着任いたしましたことを挨拶してまいり、しばしの暇をお許しください。
権限しているのは雑用のヤギどもと儀式役の七姉妹だけだ。挨拶も楽に終わろう。
おや、あの賑やかなやんちゃ娘たちも少しはおしとやかに成長したでしょうか。
No, no, they didn't.
No.
あれがおしとやかだってんなら、俺はおしとやかの定義を疑うぜ。
そうでございます。七姉妹ともとはもうお忘れになられたようですね。
Yes.
その表情から察するに、どうやら相変わらずのやんちゃぶりのメアトリーチェ様にお仕えするにふさわしい振る舞いをするようにと困った子たちだ。
その意味でなら安心しろよ。実に主にぴったりなふさわしい振る舞いだぜ。
そなたも言うようになったな。しかし会話は相手を認め、わらわとの雑談に応じるようになったということは、そなたがわらわの存在を徐々に認め始め。
たとえお天道様が西から昇ることがあろうとも、絶対の絶対絶対お前を魔女だと認定などしねえからな。泣いて俺の靴にキスしたら、もうちょい前向きに検討してやってもいいぜ。
Oh, okay. I already read these words coming from someone else.
Yes. Would you like to continue?
Ah, yes, of course. When the butler was
I'm
bluffing.
smiling so much. I'm smiling so much that my face is hurting.
Even Butler was bluffing, he still spoke forcefully, a fearless expression on his face. The witch and her butler snickered together, realizing that their guest had regained more than enough of his willpower to attend to any game. The preparations were complete. After Ronove, it's Ronove, or is the E silent or not?
No, it's Ronove.
Ronove. After Ronove exchanged a few words with Beatrice, he bowed silently to Butler, scattered into several god butterflies, and disappeared. I have a question, if you can answer. To this point, every time there was magic, we seen the golden butterflies.
Yes.
I thought that was something specific to like a signature of Beatrice, but apparently even if other people use magic, that happens. So is it not specific to air? So like, let's say if I don't know, Burn Castle or Lambda Delta start to use magic, are they also golden butterflies gonna appear or not?
Are you referring to this scene that we've seen with Maria?
Also, Ronove disappeared into golden butterflies, and if I have to assume, he used his own magic.
I would say that Ronove is Beatrice's furniture.
So
it makes sense for him to have the same magic effect as Beatrice's.
I see.
As for Maria was just channeling her inner power.
Yeah, but Beatrice was doing the magic.
Beatrice was basically using it.
Yeah.
So it would make sense.
That's okay. Okay, so we don't know yet. Because the butterflies, I thought it was something very specific to Beatrice. Also, they're golden, you know, the golden witch and stuff. So
yeah.
It was something very specific to her. We'll see, I guess.
賑やかになるのは実に嬉しいことだ。この島にたった一人閉じ込められ、己の力を取り戻せず、誰に話しかけることもできなかった。
Then someone broke a mirror.
退屈だったことか。
あの気持ち悪いやつがお前に似合いの執事だってことはよくわかった。だが教えろ、その執事がなぜ今頃になって現れ、権限しているのはヤギと七食いの姉ちゃんたちとかなんとか言ったな。
I have an answer for that, Butler. Okay, so judging from these, there's a lot of space going on here. Let's say 2 spaces here are one for Burn Castle, one for Lambda Delta. There's also a lot of space missing. So there's gonna be a lot more people. That's my answer. Don't know who they are gonna be, but there's gonna be a lot of people there. Go on.
どういう意味だ。
そなたは抗っておるが、わらわはれっきとした魔女だ。
だろうな。お前の関係にはろくな連中がいねえぜ。
おお。
ヤギの化け物に太もも姉ちゃんに、そして今度は悪魔の執事と来たわけだ。まさかとは思うが、この調子でまだおかしな連中が増えるってんじゃねえだろうな。
Wait a sec.
You okay?
Just one sec. Was everything okay on Twitch?
I thought that I seen your live flickering out for a second. But I thought that maybe it was me again, because I also had the same effect happening when I disconnected for a sec.
Give me one moment. I need to check something. Yep, it disconnected for a moment. Okay, don't know why.
I don't know.
Because on me everything's green, no lost photogram, so I have no idea. By the way. Or maybe there was a hiccup, but it was so short, it didn't even count. Whatever.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I have no doubt.
There we go.
I have no doubt.
そして懐かしき友人たちすべてを招き、三日三晩を飲み明かし、踊り明かし、無論金蔵の一族たちも
There were no enough characters in this game already.
Like, there's more than 20 people in this game already, maybe 30. So, you know, if you consider all the stakes, so yeah, there's not enough people there.
Not enough people.
つまりこういうことか。お前は長いこと力を失っていたため、そいつらを呼び出せなかったと。それで、徐々に魔力が回復してきたため、次々化け物を呼び出せるようになったと。そう言いたいわけか。
そういうことだ。そなたは最後の一戦でこそギリギリ踏みとどまっているが、その心はすでにぐらつき、わらわが魔女であることを否定できずにいる。その心のぐらつきが、わらわの魔女としての力を少しずつ蘇らせているのだ。
あの気色悪い執事が現れたのは、俺が屈しかけているからだというのかよ。
I mean, you surrendered in chapter 2, dude.
そなたは少しずつ前回のゲームではあれほどの屈辱を受けてまでわらわに屈服したではないか。そなたの背中はわらわの足を投げ出すには本当に良いものだったぞ。
畜生。俺はお前を認めさえしなければ。だがそれは
そうだ。そなたが屈服に近づけば近づく。チェスだってそうであろう。互いのキングを詰め合う過程で、わらわたちは様々な駒を取り合っている。確かにわらわは未だそなたのキングを、しかしそなたはキングを逃すのに精一杯で、いくつもの後の展開がわらわに有利に傾くのは当然のことよ。
What if the opposite happens then? Is it gonna something on Butler's side gonna happen? Don't answer.
Wait. No, I'm not gonna answer, but are you asking if Beatrice comes close to losing?
What I mean is, if the situation is in favor of Beatrice, she can summon more of her
People.
more people on her side, let's say, okay? But if it's the opposite, the situation is more in favor of Butler, let's say, what's gonna happen? I mean, there must be the opposite side, of course. People
but
gonna
Butler
disappear?
Is not a witch. Disappear?
No, the Beatrice servants are gonna disappear. Yeah, I know, but you know, well, we'll see.
I guess we'll see.
そなたはおそらくこれからも死に物狂いでわらわのチェックメイトだけからは逃れるだろう。だがその間にもわらわはそなたの大駒を次々に奪っていく。やがてはキング以外の全てを失い、どのような形でも逃れることのかなわぬ本当のチェックメイトを受けることになろう。
チェックメイト。
チェックメイト。
そなたは気縁を吐いたな。わらわを永遠に認めぬ以上、これはわらわを苛む永遠の拷問だなどと。永遠を語るのは無限の域に達した魔女。そなたにその資格など初めからないわ。
Wait. It could happen again. I was thinking about what Burns... This made me think about what Bernkastel said last time. That she wasn't a witch, and then after an endless torture, basically became a witch herself. Okay? And that was probably Igarashi. It's not confirmed, but you could think it's something like that. It could be. So, what if the same thing happens to Butler and becomes a wizard? I mean, I don't know what Kinzo words is for wizard, alchemist, whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an endless torture for him, so same thing as Bernkastel happens, and he becomes wizard, alchemist, whatever that thing is. Could be.
Could be. It has happened before.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was thinking. Only YouTube. See, even her is referring to something like that. So basically, she's saying to win you have to be a witch or something similar. I mean, the word witch is only female. For a male, it would be not a witch but a wizard. Don't know. Because Kinzo is considered alchemist, so that's why I was saying that.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Magic user.
Magic user. Male magic user. Okay. Is
Male
that magic is that okay?
Magic user is also neutral, so.
Yeah, no, but in this case it's male because it's Butler.
Male magic, yeah. Butler magic user.
Butler gender magic user. The three gender, male, female, Butler.
すでに金蔵様が私の肖像画の下に碑文にて公示されております。条件は碑文を読むことができる者すべて黄金を暴けたなら私はすべてをお返しするでしょう。それではどうか今宵を金蔵様との知恵比べにて存分にお楽しみくださいませ。
Oh, she's reading the letter.
今宵が知的かつ優雅な夜になるよう、ここ黄金のベアトリーチェ。
They're skipping a lot in this chapter.
Yes.
When Maria finished reading the letter that Beatrice had handed her, everyone was at a loss for words for a while. And then they all broke silence at once.
バカバカしい、取るに足らない悪質ないたずらです。
まったくだ。 親父殿が当主の指輪を手放すの。
Mm-hmm.
ベアトリチェ。その名を語れば右往左往するだろうという。
Yeah, okay.
見えすぎた言いた。
おいおい。このちょいとパンチの効きすぎたデザートを仕込ん。今なら喝采で褒めてやるから。正直に白状しろよ。ローザか？
お父様の名を語るいたずらなんてしません。
じゃあ姉貴か？兄貴か？
私？バカ言ってんじゃな。兄さんでしょ？こういう悪趣味な仕掛けは。
愚弄する気か。私こそお前たちに問いたい。このたちの悪いいたずらは誰の仕業なんだ。
Maybe it's Kinzo. Carlos beat the table and stared at everyone. Since that included the children too, he scared most of them.
お父様から財産の全権を任せられたと称する。そして今日がそれを話し合うための心臓いたずらだと決めつけるのも早計だと思うわ。
わからんで。まさにお父さんの悪趣味ないたずらかもしれん。
Honestly, if I have to point the finger, it could be him.
自分抜きで遺産分配の話をまとめようとしているわしらをちょいと驚かせたくて仕組んだことかもしれん。
I mean, in their shoes, if I had to point a finger, I would say, yeah, definitely Kinzo. Definitely Kinzo doing that.
Yeah.
こいつを仕組んだのが親父だってんなら。今マリアちゃんが読み上げた内容は冗談ってわけ。
そうね、文面通りに解釈するなら魔女の碑文は私たち誰にでも解けるようにずっと広間に掲示されていた。
Yeah, this could be a way of reading that.
告示期間は十分。最初に解けた人間に家督とすべての財産を渡すと。
They are finally.
They are finally noticing the epitaph and everything? Who was talking right now? Bernkastel? My magic granted your wish.
No?
そんなバカな話はありません。
Oh, they're not gonna tell. Oh, damn it.
後ろ宮家の次期当主が夫であ
No,
るこ
I
とは
mean, you
何ら揺
heard
る
their
がない
voice
事実です。
Lambda Delta?
Nope. Yangeva.
Ah! Of course. I forgot that. I actually could have noticed because Eva was talking. Okay, yeah, forgot about that part.
It's okay, it's okay.
それを揺るがすのがこの手紙じゃない。この手紙はお父様に財産のすべてを全権委任された人物からのメッセージなのよ。もはや兄さんの当主継承権は白紙に戻ったわ。魔女の碑文を解いた者が、ベアトリーチェの黄金を見つけた者が後ろ宮家の次の当主になるのよ。
By the way, that could be definitely a way of reading this, because it could be, hey, I can decide who's gonna be the next one. So to decide that, you have to solve this. This is a test. Whoever solved that gets everything. So it could definitely be a way of reading that. If you don't know about Beatrice and all that stuff, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
バカバカしい。その手紙のざれ言を信用するのか。
Of course, this goes against you, completely against you, and yes, what else can you say?
その風浪が本物だとでも信用などできるものか。
ならお父様に直接話を聞いて、もう機嫌が悪いからとか体調が悪いとかそんな次元じゃん。この手紙はお父様の代理人であることを風浪でちゃんと
They
示して
also know that the ring is only Kinzo have the ring, so for what they know, they still have it, and that makes sense.
それを疑うなら兄さんが証明。この手紙がお父様の意志のものではないって。
よか、お前の言う通りだ。もう親父の機嫌不機嫌の問題ではない。上へ行き直接問いただそうじゃないか。
そうしようぜ。親父に直接聞こう。親父も親父だぜ。どうしてこんな回りくどい真似を。まあ、そこが親父らしいんだがな。
お父様の手紙だということを前提に話を続けてもいいのかしら。
バカローザ！お父様の手紙に決まってるでしょ。
Whoa, okay.
あの手紙はお父様のなのよ。 次期当主を私たち4人の中から選ぶための公平なチャンスに決まってるじゃない。バカ死ね、この役立たず。
Okay, but calm down.
ほんとローザって頭悪いわ。へそでも管理死んじゃうわ。
Okay.
ごめんなさい。そうよね。ごめんなさい。
This is one of the little instances in which I'm like, oh, poor Rosa.
Yeah.
She's done bad things, but she doesn't deserve this either.
Yeah. In the beginning, the adults had all doubted the credibility of the letter, but after realizing this was a once-in-a-lifetime chance in the inheritance struggle for the three younger siblings, Eva changed her position, claiming that the letter was authentic. It's actually the first time that they believe the letter is authentic like that. I mean, not saying that it could be from Beatrice, but it could be from Kinzo saying, hey, if you get that, you get all the money. And actually makes sense that at least, apart Kraus, they believe that.
They're not disregarding it, at least.
Yeah, I mean, it goes in their favor, so it makes sense. Rudolph and Rosa caught on and agreed.
まったくそんなくだらないいたずらを大の大人がこれほどまで真に受ける。お父様でなくても呆れたい気持ちよくわかります。
夏さん、それはお父さんに聞けば済む話やないか。お父さんがその手紙は知らんって一言言ってくれれば済む話やで。
兄さん、責任を持ってその手紙は知らないという一言を引き出すのよ。機嫌が悪そうだからってビビってる場合じゃないんだからね。
いい年してお父様が怖いなんてバカみたい。へそかんで死んじゃえ。
Oh, him as well?
はっきり白黒をつけよう。今頃は書斎で食事中だ。一度箸を休めてもらおうじゃないか。決まりだな。行こう。キリエはちょっと待っててくれ。真偽を確かめてすぐ戻る。
ありがとう。ゴーダさんがデザートを持ってくるのをのんびり待ってるわ。
For Silver, Natsuhi, and Hideyoshi all rose from their seats forcefully and flew out into the hallway with a clatter. Afterwards, only the children stand completely speechless. Nanjo, who looked uncomfortable, and Kire, who just shrugged, were left. In the middle of this way was Maria, who looked a little scared at the adult's sudden change. However, judging from her appearance, she didn't look like she realized the full meaning of what she's just read. Oh no, I think that Maria actually knows everything of what she just read.
どいつもこいつもそんな兄さんが欲しいかよ。
Yes, they do.
They do.
みんな、これは親たちの問題な。僕たちには関係ない。だから気にしちゃダメだ。
そうは言ってもよ。ああ、もうあからさまに。
見損なったぜ。欲の皮が突っ張ってやがる。
みんなで幸せになるって信じ合わないとダメ。
そうだね。僕たちはみんなで約束。ほら、バトラ君もジェシカちゃんも。
We couldn't accept it at all, but we laid down our arms for the time being, being vaguely aware of how filthy his family comfort was going to be. However, after that 6-year blank, I couldn't help being shocked. When he saw that the children were completely dejected, Dr. Nanjo cleared his throat uncomfortably.
大人の話です。お若い皆さんとは関係のないことです。
Nanjo is there. It's just the wrong person at the wrongest moment in his entire life. He's just there for no reason.
忘れてしまいましょう。
それができりゃやってるぜ。辛いのはわかる。でも今は忘れてあげて。あなたたちの将来を少しでも豊かにするため、みんなの両親は必死で戦って、そしてやがて傷つき帰ってくるお父さんたちをどうかそんな冷たい目で迎えないであげて。
いくらキリエさんの頼みでもそれは難しいぜ。
そう割り切れるなら。
The only adult there apart Nanjo is Kirie, right?
Yes.
子供なんてやってねえぜ。
うわあ、みんな幸せ。暗くなるのダメ。信じて。みんなで幸せになれるって信じないと幸せが逃げちゃう。みんなで信じないとダメなの。
Yeah. It's clear. If it wasn't
Yes.
clear until now, they keep repeating that.
Plenty clear now.
いい話ね。私も信じるわ。私たちは幸せになれるわよ。
キリエおばさん、ありがとう。バトラとジェシカお姉ちゃんも信じて。ベアトリーチェも信じないと魔法が力を持たないっていつも言ってる。
Mm-hmm. Kiri-san rose from her seat quietly, went over to Maria, and crouched down so their eyes met.
おお、キリエおばさんが信じてくれた。あと、バトラとジェシカお姉ちゃんが信じないとダメ。
二人とも強いもの。すぐに元気になってそうしてくれるわよ。それより教えてほしいの。
When Kirie-san said that, Jessica, Giorgio, Nikki, Dr. Nanjo, and I all listened closely. It looked like our parents were so concerned with their inheritance problem that grandfather filled their minds, but we wanted to ask Maria about something simpler.
マリアちゃんにその手紙を渡したの。
Okay, we already passed this.
ベアトリーチェ。
肖像画に書かれている。
傘と一緒にこの手紙もくれたの。そしてね、マリアのバラが折れちゃってたのを魔法で直してくれたの。ベアトリーチェは何でもできるすごい魔女なの。
詳しく聞かせてくれるかしら。
Oh, okay.
I think the anime also stops in this exact way.
Oh, in the episode?
The inner chapter stops this way.
I see. Okay. I have to go to the bathroom once more, so wait for me. Once more again. Sorry, but I don't know.
It's the sound of the rain.
It's probably that. It could be.
It's
I don't
the sound
know.
of the rain.
I don't know. I'll be back.
We're just at the beginning. I love this chapter so much. It's like it doesn't have to explain all of the same things that chapter 1 and 2 already did. Oh, sorry. So it assumes that you know all of the stuff and you can just go berserk. Throwing everything at you. I love it so much. Who gave you the letter? Beatrice! I can't wait. I can't wait for that scene. I can't wait. And I can't even tell which scene because that's spoiler. It's that scene. If you know, you know. It's the tower scene. That I can say. The tower scene. Also can't wait for the soundtracks in this one. Oh god, there's one part where I know my brain is gonna die for a little bit just because there's a single soundtrack for 2 hours of gameplay. I don't know why they did that. Just a single soundtrack looping every minute and a half or so for 2 hours. I don't know why they did that. They have 200 and plus songs in this game, but still they had one single song loop for 2 hours. I'm usually very fine with
Bum,
soundtracks
bum,
looping,
bum. I'm back.
but why would they do that? Hi.
Huh? Who do what?
I was telling chat that I can't wait for the soundtracks in this chapter, but I am dreading one specific section of chapter 3. Not because it's a badly written section, it's just that they basically looped one soundtrack that is 1 minute and something long for 2 gameplay hours.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, I'm not too sure if it's 2, but it's a very, very long section with only one soundtrack in it.
Maybe it's a bug. It could be. Oh,
No.
No?
It makes sense that it doesn't change because the scene is always the same.
Ah, okay.
It's an extremely long scene, and I know why it's long. It makes sense that it's long.
It could be a bit annoying though. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, it is annoying. I am going to say it. I like the soundtrack. I like that specific
Yeah, but
soundtrack,
after a while,
but
yeah.
even I can't listen to that specific soundtrack for 2 hours straight.
Yeah.
It's just too short.
No, I
It's
agree.
just too short.
Because it doesn't last much. I see.
We can continue for a little bit.
Yeah. We don't even be allowed to wait for the set. We were chased out of the room. I heard that. In the end, our parents were unable to get grandfather to respond. Well, I hate to say it, but I feel like giving grandfather a high five right now. He was probably pretty satisfied without this strange letter given his children a good shock, since they all been so infatuated with the inheritance problem while grandfather was still alive. I also felt like our despicable parents had gotten what they deserved in all this confusion. But I couldn't really say that I was feeling great. I felt all sulky. Apparently, grandfather hadn't seemed concerned with the whole thing, but he also hadn't denied anything about the letter either. When talking about the witch's letter, grandfather's name kept popping up. Grandfather knew that someone was stealing his name, then considering his card, he'd probably be mad with it. Yes, definitely. But even though grandfather knew the content of the letter, he coldly ignored it. So did it count as a silent yes? Well, one could read it like that. Aunt Eva and Dad were trying to interpret the letter in their favor. Their greed clearly visible. It wouldn't have mattered so much if that was all, but the adults had now started focusing on Maria, who had received the letter. They kept pondering a weird question about who had given it to her. Maria repeated over and over again that she had gotten it from Beatrice, but there was no way such a mysterious person could have sneaked into the island. After all, this island is small, and there's no one living outside the Shinomiya family household. I mean, there's people appearing out of nothing, so at this point, it's even Ronaldo wasn't there, but now he was there. It's like he was there since the beginning, so... Maria kept repeating that she's gotten it from Beatrice, no matter how many times she was asked. The adult seems to think she was trying to trick them, so they didn't hold back and question her until she broke out in tears. When Maria was released, she sobbed all worn out from crying. After our parents ordered us to go to the guest house and take Maria with us, they shut themselves into the dining hall and started getting louder and louder as they discussed the inheritance. It seemed that because of that strange letter, Uncle Krau's chances of becoming the next head might have been reduced to a blank state. And in exchange for accepting him, my dad and the rest were trying to swindle Uncle Kraus out of a lot of money right now, or something like that.
Money
right now. Discussed as we were, Jessica and I were happy to move over to the guest house. We didn't want to be under the same roof as those filthy adults, their heads so filled with thoughts about money. Johnny played it on our parents' behalf, saying that he wanted to understand them. I understood his reasoning. No matter how filthy this talk of money was, it wouldn't go away if you just close your eyes to it. But even so, how could they sink so low as to overtly fight over the money of the dead? Maria Carell's half dry and was hiding in her bed. She hasn't even twitched for a while, so she was probably sleeping.
マリアちゃんは一体誰にあの手紙をもらったんだろうね。
ジョージ兄さん、それはもう聞いちゃダメだぜ。マリアがベアトリーチェにもらったって言うなら、それでいいじゃん。
これ以上マリアを泣かせたくないしな。
I thought we said that. We couldn't clear away a gloomy feeling.
この島には今18人しかいないんだよ。
This is the part again.
そこにこの雨の中、未知の19人目がマリアちゃんに手紙を託して、正直現実的ではない。
What about
おそ
20?
らくあの肖像画のドレスをシャノンあたりにでも着てもらって、うまくマリアと口裏を合わせたってことじゃねえのかな。もっともマリアの場合、あのドレスを見たらそれだけでベアトリーチェだと信じちまいそうだ。
誰が渡したかなんてどうでもいい。大事なのは差出人だろう。要はじい様が黄金の魔女の名を語って、まったく人騒がせなじじいだぜ。
The most likely answer is that our occult-loving grandfather was playing around, and the letter over to Maria, who shares the same hobby as he does, in such a dramatic way. Though he had failed to give any thought for what Maria would have to go through, making it a pretty shitty thing to do.
たく、マリアの純真な心を持って手紙を渡したのが誰でもいいさ。マリアがベアトリーチェにもらったって言うんだから、そういうこと。
同感だよ。子供にとってのサンタクロースみたいな存在が、マリアちゃんにとっては。
いない19人目もサンタクロースも俺たちが認めてやれば、それは少なくともマリアの中ではいるということになるわけだ。なるほど。子供の夢を守るための嘘って大事だな。お、どうしたんだよジェシカ。まだ腹を立ててるのかよ。
Jessica had her hand on her chin, so there was something that she couldn't understand. When I called out to her, she came to her senses.
ああ、ごめん。いやさ、マリアがあったのは本当にベアトリーチェだったってことがあるんじゃないか。
そりゃこの島に19人目の人間がいるって言い。
Maybe there's even a 20th person, like an extra butler.
An extra butler.
マリアちゃんの言うことを心から信じたなら、そういう答えに行き着くだろうね。
いや、そういうのじゃなくて、昔からこの島には私たちの知らない誰かが住んでるんじゃないかって話はあったんだよな。
住んでるってどこに？
森の中にさ。
Ah, we heard this already. I think in chapter 1. Something like that.
森の魔女ベアトリーチェ。
The adults were gathering in the dining hall, spending a very long time to continue a discussion that had been started by Beatrice's letter. Krausen claimed that the letter was a simple prank, but he couldn't overturn the claim that Kinza's failure to deny the letter was answer enough. Judging by Kinza's character, if he knew that the letter had been written in his name, he would be mad with rage. Since all of the team knew that, Krausen had no choice but to withdraw his claim. Without even having to summarize it, the contents of the letter were simple. The person who could solve the witch's epitaph would receive the headship and assets. This did a lot of damage to Kraus, who had been sure that he would receive the headship, and was better news than the rest of them, who already had given up, could have hoped for. However, there were some points that worried them. The person who solved the epitaph was not limited to a member of the Ushinomiya family. Taken literally, anyone, no matter how doubtful the origin, might have received the headship. And furthermore, this meant there was a chance that all of the Ushimiya family assets would be stolen by some unknown person. In that sense, it was definitely not a situation where even the other sibling could afford to lower their guard. And did this letter come from an assassin sent by Kinzo calling themselves Beatrice? Or was it a scheme of some unknown person trying to steal Shiromiya family's wealth? They still didn't know the truth. But he could say one thing for certain. Maria had received this problematic letter today on this island. In other words, someone planning something to do with that letter was on this island today. Had it been set up by Kinzo, one of the 4 siblings, maybe some unknown person? No matter how much they suspected each other, they couldn't reach a conclusion. I mean, if you think like that, Kraus wouldn't have done it because he's the one that's supposed to inherit the headship. So
yeah, so it just
it wouldn't make any sense.
Damage to himself.
It just damaged himself, yes. So that's not a thing. Who else is in the island? The servants that would never do something like that, I'd say, and Kinzo. So the others weren't there before arriving today. And even if they did something like that, they would need preparations. And I mean, they were all together more or less, so I don't think it could be achievable. Thinking about in their shoes, of course. We know that the letter had actually been given from Beatrice, but if you think from their point of view, and they are unaware. Okay, so after getting tired of bickering with each other, they finally reached the extremely obvious conclusion that doubting each other was just a waste of time.
そうね。兄さんが気づいてくれるだけでこれ以上を浪費しなくて済むわ。手紙の差出人がお父様と確定したわけで、会話の成り立たないあなたに主人が呆れ果てただけです。会話が成り立たないのはどう？私が何か言うたびにあなたそんな無様で後ろ宮家にふさわしいと本気でお思いなのかしら。
予算かエヴァ。夏井さんも
はいわ。
一度終わった話やで。
一度ここで頭を冷やさない？冷たいものでも持ってきてもらいましょうよ。
そうね。頭を冷やした方が賢明そう。あなたもそろそろ一服したくなってきたんじゃない？
姉貴の機嫌が悪そうだからな。一服の方は遠慮するぜ。
Fuck.
Damn.
だが冷たい方は賛成だ。ローザ、誰かに水を持ってこさせてくれ。水差しごとね。
わかったわ。
Harris headed over to the extension telephone in a corner of the room and called the servant room. She then passed on what Rubel had told her to the person on the other end. Is the telephone working? Oh wait, it's the internal line, so yes, it works. The vicious bickering up until now was vanished as though it had been a lie. The silence continued until Goda finished setting the table and retreated from the room.
他に何かご入り用のものはございますでしょうか？
ありません。もう下がりなさい。
はい、それでは失礼いたします。何かございましたらいつでもお呼びください。
I was expecting also Beatrice to appear in the actual, you know, like in chapter 2, but it, at least yet didn't happen.
Nope.
After listening to the sound of God's footsteps disappearing into the distance, everyone took a deep breath at the same time to break the tension.
本当にすごい雨ね。19人目の魔女は今頃バラ庭園の東屋で雨宿りでもしているのかしら。
雨はしのげるかもしれないけど、
少し肩を冷やしそうね。
謎の19人目の来訪者か。ちょいと推理小説っぽくて面白い話。
like a visual novel.
普通この手の話は18人の中の誰かが語ってるだけで、実際に
私は源氏たちが怪しいと睨んでいます。
Of course.
やはりどんな難癖をつけてでも片翼のわしの使用人たちは全て解雇した方が良かったんです。
まあそういうな。長く勤めてくれた恩もある。もちろん気は許せんがね。
兄さんもお父様の仕業かどうかはともかく、あの手紙をマリアちゃんに渡したのは使用人の
Yeah, if you think about it, if Kidzo ordered it, a servant definitely would have done that. So yeah.
何しろ私たちは夕食までずっと仲良く団らんをしていたじゃないか。兄弟全員にアリバイがある。マリアに手紙を渡せたのは使用人の誰か。
でも、使用人ベッドメイクとかで忙しくてバラ庭園のマリアのところへ行く余裕なんかなかったって。
おいおい、じゃあ何だってんだよ。まさか森の魔女ベアトリーチェ様がお越しになって
森の魔女、
本当にマリアちゃんに手紙を渡したって言い出すのか？
ローザ、昔は信じててすごい怖がってたものね。あんたまさかいい年してまだ信じてるの？
Of course, don't lose any way of any moment of the possibility of say something bad about someone else.
森の魔女。
These long lines come from the heart. I can hear them.
Yeah. She did exist. I'd love for her to appear. But no matter how much I wish, she didn't appear before me even once. She didn't save me from my crisis.
まさか。でも18人全員が自分は違うと言っている以上、本当に19人目がいる。
そんなんあらへんで。第一、船で来たのはわしらだけや。謎の乗船者なんぞわしらは姿も見とらん。まさかこの荒海を泳いで渡ってきたっちゅん、ちょいと考えられ。
Well, if you think about it, it could have come before your arrival, even like one day before. So.
理屈ではそうね。この隔絶された島に招かれていない客が一人隠れているというの。でもどうもその可能性を捨てきれない人たちがいるみたいね。
Ida should have left it off since they're saying there couldn't be a 19th person. But Kira sensitively pick up on the delicate atmosphere among the four siblings. In a normal situation, there shouldn't have been any uninvited guests on this small, isolated island. How would they have come here, and from where? And where were they hiding? And why didn't they appear openly, even though they had sent a letter in their name? Nothing could explain that. But not only had the four siblings not joined on Hideyoshi's laughing, they also seem unable to completely deny in their hearts the possibility of a 19th person.
キリエさん。
This is more similar to chapter 1 until now than 2. Until this moment, at least. This discussion is more or less what happened in chapter 1. For what I can remember, at least.
Yeah, no, it's definitely more like that.
またお父様を侮辱する話ですか？まあね。でもあのお父様ですもの。
What?
I am waiting for a single line.
Okay,
and I'm
okay.
going to leave you with the greatest cliffhanger ever.
Okay, okay, you're gonna stop at that point, I see.
ねえ。
私は何も知らないわ。
なんやなんや、何を見学になっとるんや。どういうことや。つまり魔女伝説は笑い話でも何でもなく 事実だっちゅうんか？そんなアホな。
もちろん大きにまたがって空を飛ぶ魔女なんて誰も信じちゃいないさ。だがあのベアトリーチは本当にこの島に存在したかもしれない。
秀吉さん、魔女とかの話じゃなくてもっとシンプルな話みたいよ。つまりこういうことね。ベアトリーチェという名の愛人をお父さんがこの島のどこかに隠れ住まわせていたのではないかと、そういうことかしら。
お父様は自己を厳しく律する模範的な方です。
Yes. Sure.
そのような汚らわしい存在を島に連れ込むなど到底考えられません。
So it's not that they immediately, but look like the four sibling killing Cross didn't agree. On the contrary, they appear to think Kinzo wouldn't even have hesitated to do something like that. Well, honestly, I could see that. From the beginning, it had been whispered that Kinzo had built a mansion on his island specifically because of the existence of an entranced mistress.
親父を尊敬してる夏日さんには悪いが、だいぶ昔からそういう噂はあったんだよ。親父は自分一人でこの六軒島の設備すべてを作り上げた。屋敷の中には親父しかわからない仕掛けや隠し部屋なんかがあるんじゃないかって初めから疑われ、俺たちの知らない秘密の屋敷がこの島のどこかに隠されてるんじゃないかともずっとささやかれてた。
It's a very annoying bug around me.
そうね。地図上は小さな島かもしれないけれど、後ろ宮家だけが住むには、そして未開の森のどこかに愛人を住まわせるための隠し屋敷を作ったかもしれないと、
that's
そう思われてた、ね。
definitely a chance.
随分スケールの大きな話ね。
最初はそれはこの屋敷の中じゃないかと秘密の地下とかがあったりして、そこに豪華な隠し部屋があり、あの肖像画の魔女が隠れす親父の主催の凝ったオートロックの仕掛けとかを見てると、
何しろ莫大な黄金をどこか秘密の場所に秘密の仕掛けで
Oh, and you know about that because you know that the gold is real. Dude, you know. I know you know. You have one of those ingots.
この屋敷とてまだ我々の知らぬ隠し部屋があったとしても驚くには足りんね。
Some hidden room inside this very mansion that no one of us knows about yet. Like the one you hide the gold ingot, and didn't even told your wife about it. Like that.
Very say so.
お母様は存命中。よくお父様の不在をついて屋敷内をしらみつぶしに探し回ってたわね。ルドルフが言ったことをお母様も疑う。どこかに秘密の扉や階段があって、その中に金髪の愛人が隠れていると信じていたわ。
It's hard to believe, but there are some actual examples in other countries of people cheating with someone over a period over several decades of making them live in a hidden active. Actually, that is real. This thing is very real, especially between nobles and stuff. Furthermore, Kinza had mentioned this extravagant. It was possible to suspect the existence of a hidden room.
六軒島の私の聞いてた話では、子供たちが未開の森に入り込まない、なんだかそれだけじゃないって気がしてきたわ。
まあ何しろ後ろ宮の屋敷以外に何もない寂しい島だからな。俺やローザがガキの頃はそりゃ雷雨の夜に森から聞こえてくる木々のざわめきに、その木々の間から不気味な何かが様子を
Yeah, I mean, there could have been also some
ガ
animals.
キだったら誰でも考える自然なものさ。だが俺やローザがそう訴えるのを聞いて、ガキの妄想だろでは済まさ、そうだろ姉貴。
私や兄さんはこの島に隠れ住んでいる愛人が人目を忍んで出歩いていたのを、もちろんお母様もね。
古い使用人たちの中にも深夜の屋敷内に肖像画の魔女が徘徊しているというような怪談が語られていた。私はそれを表向き怪談として笑い捨てていたが、 内心は秘密の愛人の存在を十分に疑っていたよ。
となるとこの島に19人目の全くバカバカしい話でもないっちゅう。いやむしろどこかにいるかもしれないわけか。
よくルドルフさんの言う悪魔の証明というやつになったわね。19人目がいることは証明可能だけれど、19人目が存在しないことは証明不能。
Should we continue this discussion? Okay.
危機管理の基本としては正しいな。いるわけがないと思うよりは、いるかもしれないと用心する方がはるかにマシだろうよ。
そうやな。すまん。ちょいと不用心。ローザさん、さっきは笑ってすまんかったな。
At least he apologizes.
Yeah.
別に
I
気にし
mean,
てないです。
between the adults, Hideyoshi is not that bad.
Yeah.
Yoshi apologized deeply for taking the worst case scenario lightly, despite calling himself the president of a company. Silence fell again. Prepare for the existence of a 19th person, would mean in effect acknowledging the presence. Oh, could it be?
What?
Could it be that believing that a 19th person exists would actually make it appear?
I mean, would make sense with the other things we've been saying.
Yeah. Since this person might be playing something shady, it was only natural the commission put her in an ominous direction.
親父殿はかつて不意に所在を知らせずに姿を消すことがあった。何しろ静寂を好むお人だからな。わざと所在を知らせずどこかの書庫に閉じこもっているなどということは別に不思議なことではなかったよ。しかし魔女伝説が愛人説にすり替わり、やがてそれはこっそり愛人のもとへ通っているのではないかと囁かれるようになった。
末期のお袋は疑心暗鬼の塊だったからな。突然大騒ぎして使用人たちに緊急事態だから今すぐ親父を探せなんて騒ぎ始めることがあったっけ。
あったわね。晩年のお母様はそんなことばかりだったから、未だにその怖い雰囲気が拭えない。今だから言える。かわいそうな人だったわ。
それでその大々的な家探しの結果どうだった？何か見つかったか？
いいえ、隠し部屋はおろか、一度たりともお父様が発見されたことはないわ。そしていつもそれからだいぶ時間が経ってからひょっこりとどこかの書庫で昼寝していたとか、風に誘われて浜辺を散歩していたとか。
Yeah, very convenient.
でもそれらの場所はいずれも使用人たちがお父様がどこに行っていたの。当時からお父様はオカルトに傾倒していることが有名だったから、一部の使用人たちは蝶にでも化けてバラ庭園を待っていたのだろうなんて嘘吹いていたっけ。つまりお父さんは誰も知らないどこかへ
This is the first time that this thing comes out, though.
ああ、どんなに屋敷中を探しても見つからないんだから、親父は屋敷の外へ行っているのだろうと言ったが、屋敷の外ったってそれほど大した場所はとなると残るのは広大。それで森の魔女伝説と融合してできた仮説はこうだった。そこにベアトリーチェという名の愛人を住まわせていて、
私も当時は若く親父殿の浮気の現場を抑えてやろうと意気込み、表へ出る親父の後をつけようとしたこと。
Could that house be the actual house of the princess that we seen at the beginning of chapter 3?
Maybe.
I mean, we know that Beatrice was living there. The princess, okay?
The princess.
So it could be that the actual house, that actual house still exists somewhere. It could also be where the exact, where the tea party is, and the higher level, let's call it that, is. Yeah. It could also be that point.
The tea party has let's say purplish background.
No.
So I would be inclined to think that it's outside.
Yeah. No, but I mean, even the one with the purple background isn't the one with the question mark. Okay.
Yes.
And the other one isn't normal. But Butler and Patricia are. Isn't it like a normal room? Maybe I'm remember it wrong.
I think it's the same, but without the purple tint.
Yeah, but it could be that room is the room of the house, and the purple tint is like same room but on like a different plane or something like that. I don't know.
Maybe.
That's what I was thinking. I don't know. We'll see.
Understandable.
もちろん失敗したよ。親父は表へ出るとき異様に人目を嫌い、誰かに見られてないか警戒していた。それこそ異常なくらいにね。だから逆に確信したよ。家人に知られてはならぬ理由で出かけているに違いない。
Yeah, of course.
そら愛人のところへ出かけるんや。人目も忍ぶやろな。
After seeing Yoshi nod and say yes, as though this was quite obvious, Eva got a little sullen.
まあとにかく西洋かぶれのお父様が自分の夢をまるでスケッチブックに全てがお父様の思い通りの島。愛人を住まわせる隠し屋敷があっても何の不思議もない。
I mean, there's even a church or whatever that thing is. So another chapel, another house wouldn't be so strange. Emma's words spoke for what all of the team had come to think. For a while, the room returned to silence again, and everyone listened to the sound of the wind and the rain. Was there even mention on this island and Kinza's mistress been living there, hiding for a long time? Everyone thought they were being too suspicious, and they hesitated for a long time without speaking, but everyone shared a common opinion. Kiria, who had been listening the whole time, with her eyes closed, spoke to no one in particular.
そのお父様の愛人の噂はいつ頃か
Beatrice the Golden, the 19th person, lying hidden somewhere in this island. The one they call the Endless Witch. Watch out for her.
What was that from? Wait.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 13th student.
Ah, yeah, okay. Yeah.
The
13th student, yeah, that's what. Okay, I was like, wait, I know that. I forgot what it is. Okay, yes. The ultimate despair. Yes, of course.
この島に引っ越してきた当初からだから、あれこれ何しろ隠し屋敷の工事なんて。俺たちが島に来ちまったら無理だろう。人とか機材の出入りがあるもんな。すぐにバレちまうさ。だから可能だとしたら俺たちが引っ越してくる以前、多分俺たちがまだ小田原に住んでいた頃にこの屋敷の工事と一緒に済ましていたんだろうよ。
お父様は家族生活と愛人との生活の2つを両立させようと最初から想定していたと考えるのが妥当なんでしょうね。多分愛人との関係は小田原時代にまで遡るでしょうし。
だろうな。親父殿が言うように後宮家復興の軍資金となった莫大な黄金が彼女小田原時代にはもう信仰があったと見るべきだろう。
Yeah.
莫大な黄金を貸し付けられるだけの信頼。
Or maybe if it wasn't a relationship, it could have been like an agreement of some sort.
どれほどの古い縁か想像もつかんない。
おそらく お父様が事業で成功する上でそれに恩を感じ、その人物が黄金を与えて、そうと考えればその後も親交があったのは当然でしょう。それはおそらく愛人というただれた関係ではなく、後宮家の危機を救った恩人。
Yes, Natsuki, yes, sure, it was definitely like that.
I can smell the copium.
Yeah.
さんの言うのも一理あるかもわからんな。だが仮にそうでも隠し屋敷を作って住まわせるってのはちょいと行き過ぎた話やろな。恩だけでは計れん感情があったんとちゃうか。
まあ全ては憶測だ。第一、その隠し屋敷は誰も見つけたことがねえ。兄貴はこの島をリゾート開発する気なんだろ。
Well, if it's in the middle of a forest, even if it's not that big and it's on an island, good luck finding that.
その際にひょっこり見つかるかもしれねえぜ。案外そこに黄金もあった。
Oh, okay.
お前は六軒島を宝島か何かだとでも思っているのかね。
とぼけないで。兄さんがリゾート開発と称して島の全域調査を計上しようとしてたのを知ってるのよ。例のトラブルのごたごたでできなくなっちゃったそうだけどね。
なんだか知らんが誤解だな。島の調査はリゾート化の第一段階として極めて当然のことだ。
Cross tried to play down, but it was plainly obvious to him who knew him so well. Was definitely sure of the existence of a hidden dimension. And under the pretense of opening a resort, he had been closely investigating the island, searching for a clue as to the location of the hidden gold. They couldn't tell whether that conviction was just him overthinking things or whether it was based on some physical proof. Yeah, I mean, we know. He knows about the gold. Still, he knows. Still, if Cross, with all his guile, was sure, that was enough proof for the others seemingly to be sure too.
森に魔女が住んでるっちゅうのはそのまんまおとぎ話やが、森の中に誰も知らない屋敷があって金髪の姉ちゃんがひっそり隠れ住んどるっちゅうのも十分おとぎ話やな。
そうね。シチュエーションだけだったらまるで童話か何かみたいね。ローザ、そういうの好きでしょ。
Oh, again with Rosa? Okay.
この島に屋敷を建てた頃は親父殿の特に全盛期だ。金に物を言わせてどんな妄想も実現しただろう。森の中にひっそり佇む魔女の屋敷。親父の好きそうなシチュエーションだ。
Yeah, I mean, occult stuff, yeah.
オカルトチックというかメルヘンチックというか、親父の趣味って気がするぜ。
On this island, on which human and family lived for 30 years now, a hidden dimension no one knew about had been quietly built on to a house.
House of which?
Oh my god. Oh my god, that scared me so much. Thank you for the follow, Taiko.
Welcome.
Oh god, that was so loud compared to the game. Thank you for the follow and welcome. I'm PixelBit. This one's OP. We're playing Umineko.
Umineko no Nakokoro ni.
Yeah, that one.
That's one.
Chapter 3.
Yay. A hidden mansion that no one knew about had been quietly built to house a witch.
Ah, to house a witch. Okay, yeah, I've read it wrong. About whom nothing was known except what could have guessed from a portrait. No, I haven't played Higurashi, and this is also my first time playing Umineko. It is Opie's this one up here favorite game. I mean, she was talking about it, and I was, and then one day I was, hey, wanna play this together live? And she was like, yes,
yes, please.
Yes, please. So yeah.
I have briefly talked about Higurashi to Pixel just to round up the knowledge, but it's not 100% needed to understand Umineko, so we just went with Umineko.
Yeah, and also I was actually thinking about getting the manga of Higurashi.
Manga?
I haven't played Umineko, but Higurashi's gotten a only chapter 3 in love with. Oh no, ads. Well, yeah, I was actually thinking about buying the manga since like it came out in Italy as well. So
Yeah,
we'll see. Even yesterday thrown together theory. Might not be completely delusional, considering all of Kinzo's strange habits and his vast wealth.
お父さんがそういう夢を思い描いて隠し屋敷を建てることは不可能じゃないかもしれない。でも現実的な話、その隠し屋敷に愛する女性を不自由なく何十年にもわたって住まわせることなんて可能なのかしら。さあ、愛さえあれば可能なんじゃない？愛する女性が健やかに過ごせるような設備を、それもお父さんなりのね。それはたとえ規模が小さかったとしても趣向を凝らした快適な邸宅に違いない。そしてそれを維持するには電気、ガス、水道、あるいは身の回りの世話に食事の世話だって大変でしょうね。
I mean, not difficult if you have magic, so
衣服や化
just saying.
粧品、日用品。女の身の回りは簡単じゃないわ。それだけのものを家人にも使用人にも悟らせずに維持することって可能なのかしら。
She could also have her own servants. Just saying.
just saying.
そこまで言われると確かに弱いな。だがそれでも親父ならやってのけるかもしれんという気持ちは残る。
I mean, it's Kinzo.
I mean, yeah.
There we go.
そうね、あのお父様だものね。
お父様はやり遂げることは何があってもやり遂げます。
Yep.
常人には難しいから無理
It's
だろう
pretty clear that he's like that now.
お父様に関してだけは当てはまらないでしょ
う。親父殿に関してだけは見くびらん方がいい。親父の狂気は常人の思考では理解にも及ばん。
I wouldn't put it past that, Kinzo. As long as you stick to this phrase, a considerable amount of credibility and can dwell in an absurd story. However, that didn't cause the importance of what Kira said to a waver. It was different from stealthily raising a kitten in a card box and keeping it secret from your parents. Thinking care of a person in secret over a period of 30 years would be an incalculably massive task.
お父さんの黄金伝説は六軒島を取得する前からや。となると、その愛人との縁は30年以上ということだな。
I mean, it could also be that she wasn't living there for the entirety of those 30 years. Maybe just like... It could be just like 10 or 5 of the entirety of this time. Maybe she was doing her own thing somewhere else, and then during the last years... Now you could assume that she's old. So if she's more or less the same age of Kinzo, you could say like in her old age she decided to go there. You're saying that yeah. And I was actually thinking of getting the manga of Higurashi since it recently is coming out it's getting printed in Italy. So probably I will do that. We'll see.
ってことは今いくつなんや。下手をしたらわしらと同じかそれ以上の年齢とちゃうか。体にもボロが出る。どんな屋敷か知らんが人目に触れんようなほとんど軟禁に近い生活はそう快適とは言えんやろな。
そうね、お父様が語るベアトリーチェについての話が正しいなら、当時は魅惑的な若い女性だったかもしれないけど、 今は私たちと同格の
Or maybe that doesn't apply
手
to her.
紙の内容からもそれは容易に想像できるわ。
お前が言うか。
I don't know about the manga, some say it's good, but anime is very confusing and very speed up, so unlike the Vienna was more... Oh, of course, the Vienna is like always small details. It's always like that.
Just as Umineko, the anime is very rushed.
Yeah, but I mean, something so long, you have to skip some parts.
Mm.
We already have this discussion, so yeah, it would make sense. Carola says if none of this applied to him. Of course Eva was offended, but she didn't strike back.
よせよ兄貴。そして俺たちの想像が本当なら、親父の遺産問題に彼女は胸を張って参加したいはずなんだ。何しろお袋と違い相思相愛だった可能性が高い。本人には愛人の自覚と同時に正妻としての誇りもあるかもしれない。
それはお母様への侮辱にあたりますよ。
ああ、すまん。だが親父とお袋が親戚の長老たちによる政略結婚だったことは誰もが知ってる。
That's okay. Have a good night. Thank you for passing by. Also, if you haven't played Umineko, look out for the spoilers if you don't want any, because you know it's chapter 3. It's pretty further away, so just look out for that. Good night.
だからこそ親父に愛人がいてもおかしくないと確信できるわけだがな。
The family sank after the Great Kanto earthquake, and father was set up as the Ushirimiya family. Yeah, again, this is real. Yeah, we know that. However, in the beginning, the elder relatives treated Kinzo like a dummy and influenced him powerfully, almost like he was a puppet. You don't really know anything, so you don't think you remember this. Yeah. Just saying. For your own sake. It wasn't permitted to decide anything by himself, not even his marriage partner. Ever since he met that golden beautician in those distant days, Kizenzo's legend of the gold was quickly embellished into something dramatic. In other words, it could mean that Kinzo really did find a woman he loved. Ah, but he wasn't allowed to marry her. If she also knew the old story, even if they were marriage partners, it would have been too odd for her to consider herself his true wife inside their heart. And now the person registered as his true wife was already dead.
となると、財産権どころか家督争いにも食い込む気満々ってことになるで。
なるほどな。この手紙の趣旨が少しだけ見えて、碑文の謎を解く者に家督を。そういう意味か。
仮にその愛人が後宮家に序列を得ていたとしても、その序列はお父様の血を直接引かない以上、子供につまり序列はローザより一つ下ね。
Ah, okay. Okay, sorry, I was thinking that it.
とても家督争いに加われるようなレベルじゃないわ。
そういうことか。魔女の碑文を解けば序列に関係なく家督が告げる。つまり全く可能性のないベアトリーチェにとって最も有利な条件ってわけだ。
The revival of the Shinomiya family was made possible by the gold betting she had bestowed. That was quite a distinguished service she had provided. She had built that well together with Kinzo, so it was natural that she would think of herself as the one who should inherit it. It would also be natural for her to despise the thought of giving it up to the children of the wife Kinzo never loved.
ずうつうしいにも程があり、仮に愛人が実在したとしても、当主継承権を争うなど、身の程をわきまえぬ暴挙です。なんという身の程知らず。
I saw you turn red, her first quivering. She allows us come into Ushiromiya register due to complicated circumstances. Those who knew that understood more or less why she was so angry for the sake of Kinzo's dead wife.
まあその暴挙のおかげで私たちにも公平にチャンスがあるわけなんだけどねえ。それにお父様はこの暴挙を黙認されている。後宮家を継ぐのは愛人ベアトリーチェか、愛はなくとも血を受け継ぐ私たちか。それを争わせて確かめたいというのでしょうね。
As if I giggled roguishly, Crash shrugged his shoulder and looked away. One moment, because I'm to read something about it. Okay.
でもその条件を向こうは十分な勝算があるということじゃないのかしら。
I'm gonna say if the line doesn't come up in 10 minutes, we can close.
Okay, okay.
It's just that I know it's
ベア
very
トリーチェ
close.
はあの手紙の文面通りならお父さんの顧問錬金術師、つまり黄金の管理者や。その隠し場所を知っていても何の不思議もないやないか。こらひどい話やで。答えを知っている謎々を出してきたも同じや。
Yes, that's the point.
これでシャーシャーと現れて、これが答えや。家督はいただきやで、なんて言われたら。
And it is more or less what she did until now.
わしらすべてかっぱらわれちまうわ。
そうね。謎々の出題者は常に正解を知っているものよ。
Yeah, but even if it was Kinzo definitely knows where the gold is, so...
これは、私たちから全てを奪うために作られた罠の可能性が高いわ。
そこまで考えると、そもそも彼女が本当に黄金を持っているかどうか、なぜ我々にその存在を教える。黙って着服すればよいもの。
確かに。
Kraus.
Yeah.
Maybe you know something about it.
Yeah, maybe. That certainly was the case. If they ever show the way to the hidden gold, why should he challenge them to try and solve it? If they actually did solve it, wouldn't the gold all be stolen from her? Could it be that this person was trying to steer their single gap so they sold the epitaph, and then planning to steal it away at the last second? It was an extremely logical possibility.
いいえ、チェス盤をひっくり返して考えれば、黄金を実際に持っている可能性は低くないかもしれない。
どうしてそんなことが断言できるの？
待て姉貴。キリエ、続きを話してくれ。どうしてそう思うんだ？
だって私たちは魔女の碑文なんていう謎々の答えを教えられたくらいで、本気で後宮家の家督を明け渡す気？謎々の答えに感服して降参を？
そらまあ。
Wow.
それも謎々の答えを教えられたくらいで、わしらがあっさり降参して、家督をはいどうぞと渡すかっちゅうたら、そら甘や。
当然です。後宮家の家督をそんな程度のことで譲ることがあるわけがない。
そういうことよ。いくらベアトリーチェが一方的にこんなゲームを提案しても、そして見事その答えを示して私たちは家督を素直に譲るわけもない。つまり私たちがこのゲームに対等な条件で挑まなくてはならないという強制力がない限り、このゲームは成立しないのよ。
Yeah.
そうだな。負けた時、家督を譲ることに強制力を持たせなきゃこのゲームは成立しない。
Yeah, but that was clear until now, I think. I mean, they don't know, of course.
They don't know.
the witch thing, but yeah.
その強制力というのはどういう意味だ。我々を鎖で縛って家督を譲るよう脅迫でもしようというのかね。
なるほど。わかったわ。私たちが喜んで家督を放棄したくなるようにすればいいわけね。
Yeah, but what?
なるほど。ならば確かに、ベアトリーチェは10トンの黄金を持っていなければならない。
Well, maybe she does on that gold.
そうか。わしに、つまり、取引っちゅうわけやな。
どういう意味で取引？
Oh,
何を？
後ろ宮家の家督と
yeah,
隠し黄金を
makes sense.
ベアトリーチェはきっと10トンの黄金の所在を明かし、それで後ろ宮家の家督を買収するつもり。
I mean, yeah, that would make sense. They actually need a lot of money right now, so.
バカバカしい。栄光ある後宮家の家督をお金でやり取りしようと。冒涜です。後宮家への冒涜です。
怒らずに聞いて。
I wonder if they would say yes or no to that actual question, because I think some of them would actually say, yeah, I mean, just for the head of the family, you give me all that money? Well,
Yeah.
give me. I mean,
その栄光ある後宮家には今、どの程度の財産があるの？
none?
私たちはそんなにも裕福なの？
No?
裕福の定義とは財産で決まるのではありません。
What he said?
Not anymore.
Yeah.
心の持ちようで決まります。
Yeah.
私たちの財産状況が一体何の？
Natsui, please tell me what kind of copying you're inhaling, because that's pretty good stuff. Kraus interrupted Natsui as she started to go on and on emotionally. In this situation, the more she went on like that, the worse it would actually sound.
私はともかくお前たちの状況は芳しくないと聞いているよ。
あらそう。兄さんの財政状況だって相当に芳しくないと聞いているわよ。次々担保に入れて新しい博打の掛け金にして負けを認めないために次々新しい内情の話をしたら、この中で兄さんほど火の車の人間はどれだけ損失を出してんのよ。兄さんは
Oh, asking the real
才
questions.
能ないのよ。
誰の才能がないというのですか？
Someone who also have no talent and lost a lot of money. That's all.
急にこと書き、火の車とは。
So he became Indian once more, but Kraus raised his hand. Again, they interrupted her.
多少の誤解があるよ。ビジネスは経過で判断できるものではない。私のような長期的視野でのビジネスともなる。時に短い単位期間では一見大きな損失を出しているようにも見える。
兄貴、裏は取れてんだぜ。今は見栄を張ってる場合じゃない。つまりキリエはこう言いたいの。俺たちは全員が全員、そしてベアトリーチェは10トンの黄金を持っている。
ベアトリーチェは自分だけがありかを知る10トンの黄金の価値はどのくらい？
A lot.
ざっと見積もって20億？
And that's a lot.
いえ、200億ね。これだけを積まれたら私たちは歓喜して彼女を次期当主に認めるわ。
Yeah, of course. Of course. The scene returned to silence. In fact, the rain and wind felt even noisier now. It was probably sound of the windstorm racing through the inside of their minds.
冗談じゃない。多少お金を積まれたくらいでどこの馬の骨とも知れない女に家督を譲るなんて。
アホ抜かせ。もともとお前に家督なんぞいかんやないか。わしらは何も失わずに金だけをもらえる話やで。そら損得感情は必要やろが、聞くに値する話や。
They knew that Kraus had eaten up much for Yoshiomiya's family assets. So it was the rank that remained of that inheritance versus the cost of being accepted as the head that Patricia would play. It was a shame, but honestly the former was less enticing than the latter.
まあ、4等分とはならねえだろうな。次期当主を降りることになる兄貴に取り分が多くなるのはやむを得ねえ。羨ましい話だぜ。
あなた、金額の問題じゃないでしょ。不甲斐ない弟たちはお金で後宮家の栄光を売り払うつもりなのですよ。
Yeah, like he cares.
ここで長男の威厳を示さずして何とするのです。
Again, like he cares.
He has none left.
しばらく黙っていなさい。
Oh god. Okay.
あなた、
こりゃクラッとくる話だぜ。俺たちは兄貴から2億半ずつ引っ張ろうと思ってた。もし魔女様が俺たちに10トンのうちの1割も
It's a lot more.
20億ね。
Yep.
ああ、俺たちは当初の見積もりの10倍も。そんだけあれば俺たちはどうせ後ろ宮なんて名前に未練はねえんだ。
Suddenly, no one wants to show me a name anymore.
喜んで売っ払ってやら。
10トンすべてを提供してくれ。なるほど。私たちにとって魅力的な話に、私たちはベアトリーチェなどというよそ者を弾き出すために兄弟。しかし彼女の目論みがこうならば、私たち兄弟の団結はバラバラにされるわ。ええ、今こそはっきり断言。ベアトリーチェの手紙の目的は私たちの結束をかき乱すことなのよ。
The three younger siblings.
This is not the line that I was waiting for.
Okay, but
It's a good enough line, I think.
okay. The younger sibling were never.
Because
This that it's coming up, or the one we just.
the one that has come up.
Okay.
Already, the period one. Because I do remember one specific line, but I don't know when.
Ah,
And
okay.
I'm pretty sure that it's like close.
But don't remember
But
the
I
exact
don't know
point.
if it's like in a couple of
Scenes.
sentences closed, or like 20 minutes.
Ah,
closed.
well, I mean, if you think this is a good point, we could stop here.
Yes, I think so. Because the part that comes right after is extremely long. It's necessary, but very long.
Okay. Okay.
Also, this is the scene that I was expecting in chapter 2, but I got confused.
And it's in
over
chapter
here
3.
instead.
I see. Oh, I remember that
So
you were
chapter
expecting for a scene. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So chapter 2, right now, is even more boring to me.
Okay, I see. I see. I see. Okay, everyone. So this is a good point to stop. My next stream will be in 2 days. I'm gonna continue Silsong. So I'll see you very soon. I would say in a PixelBit. What about you, Offie? You have anything prepared? I know that you're moving, but you know. Oh. What? This could fail. Oh god, this could completely failed. Oh, I see. There's an issue with this code. Okay, I see. Well, better now than earlier, I guess. So I would say that we will see each other in a bit, in a PixelBit. Have a good night. Well, good night. Bye-bye. And then with the scarf, I see. As usual. Bye.